We're Banat, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to Banat. Hello there. So, I guess community posts aren't working. I cannot post a community post to advertise the stream. Just couldn't. Just didn't work. No idea. Great. Also, coming back to stream after just over a week of not streaming. My audio stuff had to be completely reconfigured for no reason. Stream Deck buttons had to be reconfigured for no reason. IQ wasn't on. Why does every other software, everything just break down? Even though I haven't touched any of it for a week. It's just sitting there as I left it, and everything is fucking broken. Anyway, welcome back. We are playing Banat. Everything is working now, of course, other than, well, maybe less viewers because I can't use a community post, but, you know, there was only a small amount of people they got anyway. Hello to that chat right there. Look at all those beautiful people in the chat. That's you. And I'm here on the voice thing. We are so back. It's time for Banat. I'm looking forward to it. We had a session of this just over a week ago. I've just taken a break. I am back. And straight back into grinding the Banat playthrough, and I'm looking forward to it. The Banat music that I used previously on stream and stuff was copyrighted, so we're just using generic YouTube audio library, classical music, followed by the usual Baroque stream. Why not? So I'm looking forward to this. It was very fun. I'll run you through soon, very soon. I mean, there's a rundown on the screen, but I'll tell you what happened last stream and how we even got here and why we're playing Banat, and the mod that we're using and the sub-mod and all of that. I'll get to it. But for now, we allow viewers to trickle in so that as many people can hear my explanation as possible, although there will always be people asking questions that can be answered just by scrolling down to the description throughout the whole stream, as usual. There's our background music playing one of those annoying screamy songs. And yes, we are locked in. Be ready for a customary long intro, of course, on these single player streams. Good to be back. Good to see you all chat. How are we all doing? Let me just put a little message as the pinned comment. Hold on a second. There, of course, please support the channel with a super chat and join the channel membership, or gift the channel memberships. That would greatly support the channel and allow me to keep doing this, which is, you know, I very much have the pleasure of this being my job, and it's very good, and I do well, but it always does require the support of you to keep the content going, as always. So there you go. I haven't streamed for just over a week, so we need to pick up all those people who are not able to super chat or join the channel membership for a week. So do you like doing obscure minor nations, or is this more of a challenge thing? Both of those are yes. I have a track record. I've done a lot of these kinds of streams before, taking like small countries in various mods or even vanilla that are, you know, one province minors or small, very small countries that you wouldn't expect to do well, but they have crazed accepted pops, such as this one, right? Or just very interesting paths or something like that. I've done a lot of them. There's also a country in this mod called Neutral Morrisnet. There's a country in regular DoD called Courland. We had the Courland challenge, and as a matter of fact, I remember fondly, we did the Courland challenge just about a week or two after Victoria 3 came out, and it was my first real finally coming back to Victoria 2 content after that crap. For that couple of weeks or whatever. So the Courland challenge did really well. That's one of the classic examples of map painting accepted pops challenge. Courland has Latvian, Russian, German, well, Albion, I think, for its DoD, and maybe something else also accepted. So that was a good one. You can realize Nouvelle-Pologne in Haiti. Well, there's maybe something else to try. Even for these map painting challenges, these the accepted pops challenges, there's so many countries I still haven't done, right? We could even do a basic vanilla Luxembourg, German and French accepted. We can do that. Krakow only really has Polish anyway, so it's nothing special, but still Krakow's a challenge. Can a country form Germany if Germany is completely off the map? Yeah, I believe so, yeah. You can reform it in the unlikely event that it's unformed. Yeah, Latvian, Albion, Russian, Ugrian, and can form Germany. Yeah. We maybe do have to return to Courland at some point. I think we should go back there and face our demons. The thing about these challenges, though, that really proves how challenging they are and how they really are a challenge, is that I fail most of the time. I actually just lose and give up more than half the time. When's the last time we even had a successful one of these? Neutral Morisnet was a disaster. Courland got pretty far. We had 3 sessions of Courland, but it eventually failed and I lost after a death war against Scandinavia or something. And there's others out there you can probably remember, I don't know. Years and years ago I did Macedonia in DoD and Provence in DoD. And those were successful. But that was a long, long time ago. That was 2020 or something. And by the way, Douglas MacArthur, thank you very much for the 20 months of membership. Very loyal, I appreciate that. Scandi plus Burgundy War was too much. Yeah, you remember better than me. I've blocked it out. Banat has been going great. I don't think you're going to lose this one. Well, people might have said that Courland was going great. It's going well. There's no doubt about it. It's looking successful. It's looking positive. But what if I get into some kind of death war? What if Russia decks on me, you know? There's all sorts of things that this could go wrong. We are still surrounded by 3 countries that are much stronger than us. Austria, Ottomans, and Russia. Of course, remember, I am allied to Germany. When I started, I was allied to Prussia, and they've been my asset throughout this challenge. And I've still allied Germany when they formed it later. Question of topic. How do you manage to edit those long videos of sessions? Trying my best to edit one as a series of a 15-player Czechoslovak group. A Czechoslovak Vic2 multiplayer group. Wow, fantastic. Wow, amazing. You should invite Mountain General. But, okay, if you want me to just answer this about editing, well, yeah, when you start editing a Victoria 2 video, you're presented with a giant video session that's 4 hours long, on average. So how do you take that and make it into a video? Well, I put it into the timeline of the editor. We're going off on a tangent here to answer this gentleman's question. You put it into the timeline of the editor. You go to the start of it, and I know this might sound basic. I don't want to sound like I'm being patronised or anything, but you just go to the start watching through it in the editor, and cut it down to things that you think will be the important, funny, and relevant things. So you just have to go through the whole thing and cut it down. There's no way to avoid really going through it. If it's 4 hours, you're going to have at least 4 hours editing it down. There's no real way around that, unless, okay, well, there actually are ways around it. If you remember that a war happened or something, you can skip just to the war and edit from there to the most important parts. That's actually very valid, and I used to do that, and then I put more time into editing later and started editing full sessions instead of just zooming in on things. Anyway, I hope that helps you, and I wish you good luck making some videos. You're overly worried when you're westernized above 1.5 mil accepted pops. You have a single mountain tile that AI cannot really kill you. Yeah, well, I mean, look, even if I have to defend the mountains and get fully sieged down, I still don't like that. It's still not good. If you get a coastline, are you planning on doing cheeky stuff like taking Korea? Getting a coastline is a very difficult thing on its own. My only valid expansion route is still into Austria, which doesn't really offer me a coastline anyway. Russia is off limits, and the Ottomans is allied to Britain and France. So, you know. That last game we were trying to get a coastline. I was trying to get a coastline, don't get me wrong. But it's very difficult. And, you know, I'm very content to I'm just expanding into Austria to get my accepted pops. Can't you take Istria? Yeah, I could, maybe. But doesn't this open up another problem where I now maybe have to face Italy as an enemy and all this? So yeah, I mean Italy might get cores on Istria and Dalmatia and stuff like that. I could have taken Moldova there. It used to be part of Romania, but then Russia took it because Russia has a core on Moldova here. So that was that form of coastline already out of the window. Well, thanks, Dave. Well, I mean, I'm always happy to talk about my editing and stuff. I just haven't thought about making a video of me making a video, like an explanation. But you know, some of the upcoming Victoria 2 YouTubers and stuff, like Weevil and Honk and others, managed to do it perfectly well. They've figured it out without me explaining it massively, or they've developed their own little bits of style as well. So if people really want to do it, I don't think they really need to sit down and watch a 15-minute video of me explaining how I edit my videos. I think people can do it. People have done it, and they've done it well. Ottomans are mill strong in TGC. We'll see. Well, I'll look at stuff when we get in game. Istria is a good call, though. We'll see. We'll see. The best way to learn how to do a thing is to fail a bunch of times until you stop failing. True. Alright, well, let's click the play button. However, don't get excited. This doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to press unpause. There's the battle plan, by the way. We made this at the end of the last stream. We'll bring chat down to normality. We'll get rid of the intro stuff. But do you have a favourite anime? No, I don't like them, really. Bessarabia and Hungarian can be translated to the land where you shit yourself. Well, what is the actual Hungarian name there? Tell us. Is it Bessarabia? I've got 2.5 terabytes of footage on my PC spanning 2 years and I haven't edited a single one of them yet. Victoria 2 sessions? If you form Italy or Germany, can you form the other? If this nation can form anything, it would only be Germany, because Germany is my primary culture. However, Germany is already formed, and I never saw the decision anyway, so I'm not sure. It's definitely not going to happen, okay? We're not forming Germany. Why would I want to anyway? I'd like to stay as Banat and expand Banat out there. How did you get so many accepted pops? That is just how it is in the mod, by default, on Banat when you release it. Did you go to university? Nah, let's not talk about personal stuff. Let's keep it on this game stuff here. So, this country ran into some economic and political problems towards the end of the last thing. We're going to fix that. Do you prefer non-English country province names? Well, that'll just take me on to something else I want to explain. Yes, we're using the endonymic localization submod for TGC, which puts every country's name into its own language, or at least a Latinization of its own language, like Dachingo here as well. And why do I do this? Why do I like it? Just because I'm an absolute language lover. That's something I really like, so I put it in, really enjoy it. And that has made Banat get called Fürstentum Banat, which means county, countdom, something like that. Sparg. Oh my god, imagine having things that you're interested in. I know, what a mental illness, eh? Wow. So, the name is Bessarabia. And the shit yourself thing is not true. Sarmagad is to shit yourself in Magyar, which is not Bessarabia. Besar in Hungarian means to shit yourself, so Bessarabia. Hey Spuddy, you gonna try the Sphere DLC of Vic 3? Nah, probably not, no. So yeah, hello everyone, welcome if you're just tuning in. We're playing the Banat Challenge, we have ridiculous accepted pops, and we're going to try and make the best of that. It's going to be very difficult. So this battle plan here, which I drew, and I drew this at the end of the last stream, but also someone on my Discord made a similar one, and I didn't even know. So, funny note about Romanian and Hungarian, if you're sort of on the topic of the Bessarabia shit yourself thing. The word for donkey in Romanian is mugar, Mugar. But that is a coincidence. It's not actually related to the fact that Hungarians are called Magyars or Magyars. And I always thought, is that intentional? Did they name donkeys after Hungarians? No, it's not. It's one of those coincidences, unfortunately. Pula is whore in Romanian. Well, is there a place? There's a province called that, isn't there? I'm pretty sure one of these provinces of Istria is Pula, but not in this language. It's got German names right now because it's owned by Austria-Hungary. By the way, the province localization isn't affected by the endonymic mod, it's only country names. But TGC in general, without a submod, named everything German in Austria-Hungary. And then I think when the Austro-Hungarian compromise happens, it renames Hungarian regions, or they were already Hungarian names from the start, I don't know. Slovakia there is even named Hungarian stuff. Mountain General would not be happy with that. Did you ever have a passion for filmmaking? Must-be series could be played at a film festival. No, I've never been into actually making films and that sort of stuff. That's not the... Pola is the Italian. Okay, yeah. We have other slurs for Hungarians, no need to call them the Mugar. Yeah, I suppose so. It's just a little funny coincidence, of course. That should not stop people's creativity in coming up with unique slurs for each other, of course. Don't let that get in the way. Yeah, thank you for that $4.99 super chat though. Now, filmmaking is not related to my interest in making videos. It was never that route. I was never into it. Nah. Careful, MK Ultra Fondler. What are you saying that one of the big inspirations for these is Leni Riefenstahl? Who, despite the films she made, continued her career after World War II and was still just a generally famous. You know that lassie who directed Triumph of the Will and shit, she was just, you know, no consequences or repercussions seemed to happen to her. She was just a renowned filmmaker. Does anyone else notice that? Spud, do you like travelling? Yeah. Good for her, yeah. Girl power, girl power. I mean, of course, after the war and stuff, she'd probably claim, oh, well, they forced me to do it, you know? Oh, come on, I wasn't really into it. I didn't really believe all this shit. Come on. Come on. You believed it. Everyone believed it at the time, okay? It was ironic. I was just making little Dark Age edits in 1936. Come on, it was ironic. It was just memes. There were many people who got to walk away from the Second World War with just a slap on the wrist at worst. Yeah, like the Unit 731 scientists going to get immunity from America. Yeah, true. Of course, lots of people ended up getting punished, but others didn't. And it's just strange. Either you get them all or don't bother. But some of them really did get away with things, eh? Not just people that escaped to Argentina, but just people that actively got pardoned or something. Anyway. If they had a use, like a scientific use, then they definitely got pardoned. What's the Arcadian nationality of Captain Arcadia in DoD's Marvel Universe? Oh, the Civil War's happening. Another boring Civil War, right? Because they always lose. Nothing interesting ever happens here. I swear, remember when I was playing Brazil, and this playthrough, by the way, of Banat is based on my Brazil playthrough. Banat was released somehow in the fucking Crimean War. Took a save in 1851 and switched and came back to it. In the Brazil playthrough later, an American Civil War happened. And America had just been in a war with Mexico and lost a lot of their army and were busy. And also Britain actually fucking intervened in the Civil War against the USA on the CSA's side. Guess what? The USA still won. Easily. Won every battle. It's so boring, right? It's railroaded as fuck. Who's in Kentucky? Don't worry about Kentucky, okay? Don't worry about them. They only accept Dixie. And there's a lot of Yankees in it. That question about Arcadia you cannot even compare to the modern USA. The USA sort of just has one identity and one language basically, but the Arcadia is based on 3 nations. 2 of them kind of speak the similar or same language, French, but one of them speaks Vinlandic or Scandinavian or Swedish or Danish something. So you have no idea how that would actually play out in a real country. Would it actually survive even? The modern US absolutely does not have one language and identity by any. I'm talking about the single unified American identity and the flag. I mean, the USA was technically born out of 13 colonies uniting, but these 13 colonies were pretty similar culturally, more or less. They really weren't that different. Arcadia would be formed out of 3 separate nations with completely different styles of government and history and language. You know, Plantagenet was a fucking monarchy. Belgian Confederacy is a republic, and Finland a republic. I'm not sure what philosophy would inspire the unification of the continent. Yeah, it is weird and strange. You know, a new identity has to be formed, right? Around that flag, you know, the light blue flag and the gold star. Some kind of identity of Arcadian has to be formed. Probably more like the United Kingdom. The best comparison might be actually to the United Kingdom, having sub-countries: Scotland, England, Wales. That's probably more accurate in what it would be like than the USA. Captain Arcadia is trilingual. And yeah, if you're taking a character that's meant to be based on that identity solely, alone, one person, then it's impossible to decide where they'd be from. The Arcadian countries spend like 50 years killing each other and then just unite because one of them's feared the rest. Yeah, well in reality I think when Arcadia forms it's one country who really just takes over the rest by force. That's how it really forms, right? It's really just one of them taking the rest over by force, and that means that the one that formed it is probably the dominant one, culturally and linguistically. Have you played Atlantia and Fanfork? I'd recommend it. No, I've seen that country. It looks really interesting. It's got to be on my list of one of the countries I will play in Fanfork. But the next thing I'm going to play on there is Qingchu, because it's just had a big update. And then maybe Lusitania and all that, down in that North American region. Okay, right, we probably should start playing the game soon, eh? Right. The first thing we have to go into to actually play the game is to deal with the political deadlock I had. So, I mean, it's rough, okay? I'm on 9.42 militancy, and I'm 14%, 0.14% more accurately, away from passing a single political reform, due to my upper house being still 38% reactionary. So, how do we remedy this? And by the way, if you didn't see the first session, it was an absolute struggle for like the last hour of it to get a fucking reform, right? I worked hard, I spammed elections, I took events, I tried to get this upper house changed. And then by the last election we're this close. And it's at this point where I've decided, fuck it, let's just use an event. Now, chat, this is the test, right? Did any of you, it was painful, yeah, exactly. Wouldn't holding an election help? Well, yeah, I could keep holding more elections and doing it again and again, but disband that, yeah, is there a disband the upper house decision? Not that I'm going to do it, but isn't there actually something like that? Just out of curiosity, really. I've seen it somewhere, some mod or something. It's not here. Can we choose a tech school? I can take avant-garde intelligentsia right now. Minus army, commerce, culture and industry up. At this point, it's probably not viable, or it's too late to take avant-garde intelligentsia now because I've already gotten most of the really good culture techs. Obviously, empiricism's there, I'll take that right now, but, you know, I'm not going to take that. I want to get probably military-industrial complex later if I can. Military score of 100 is very far away, though. Okay. Debug, always reform. I'm not going to do debug, always reform. I'm going to take a decision, an event, I mean. I want to take an event that just increases liberal in my upper house a little bit. That's all I want to do to get out of this. What does event 18090 do? Reform local. Reform the local government just does something to Serbia, mate. That's your puppet governments. 18090 puts liberals in upper house. Okay, thanks. There we go. Oh, that's a lot of them, mate. This isn't just any liberals. This is woke nonsense. Wow. So there we go. Let's just pretend that my machinations in the last session actually did this. So let's pass the reform on our very aptly named Liberal Party. Of course, now we have to answer the question. What reform do we take here? And I think the answer of viability and long-term stuff is definitely a upper house reform. Or, because you got to hear me out here. Event 18090, cancelling a celebrity. Yeah, we have to take a reform which will make our political ability to take more reforms more viable as we go on. So currently we have landed voting, right? Which means that only landowners and capitalists vote. Which means that this is their pie chart. This is the people who can vote. And they're 38% reactionary. Hey, where'd all these ballots come from? Yep, 45% liberal ballots bust in just at the last minute. So taking a voting reform will increase that a little bit. Aristocrat, so currently the upper house is the real problem, by the way. The upper house is where the real thing is. And aristocrats or capitalists have been assigned seats in the upper house by the leader of the country. I mean, that's no good. It's still rich only in the upper house. But if I change the upper house reform, then it just becomes based on what people are voting for. So, guys, I need to take 2 reforms here in order to actually make a permanent change, right? I need to take an upper house and a voting reform. Based on pop, we'll lower it. I mean, yeah. The collected ideologies of the population. But isn't it... It's not based on the population, it's based on the voting population, is it not? I mean, I think I will take this one first. You need to increase consciousness and literacy. Well, that's an ongoing project, yeah. Of course, we can take meetings allowed, but that doesn't do much. Issue change speed. I suppose that helps me. It helps people change parties they're voting for towards liberal, maybe. Voting system as well, that could also affect things, but that's not something to go for right now. That'll be later. Jefferson method instead of... Yeah, not a priority. So we're going to go for based on population. We're going to start off going for the upper house. That's the thing that is the problem. That's what is in the way. We're doing House of Lords reform in Banat. I mean, you came here expecting epic wars and epic accepted pops, but no, we're reforming the House of Lords live on stream. So there we go. Let's keep playing. I mean, the economy is terrible. That's probably because I have a Liberal Party in power. So I'm going to change to the reactionaries, which keeps my literacy up quite a bit. So hopefully we'll be able to immediately pass a new reform, and then with that we will increase our tariffs and actually have an economy for a little while, eh? Empiricism has to be the next tech. In fact, I'm quite late on empiricism. You just strengthen the cons. Well, yeah, I want to. Yeah. I mean, the people's ideology is a 50%, 56% conservative. I don't care if it's liberals or conservatives that get in here. We just need to get rid of the reactionaries more, because they will never support a reform. Whereas conservatives support a reform if there's enough militancy for it. And I have no shortage of militancy, and I always need to keep an eye on potential fucking rebellions. By the way, we have a conundrum. By the way, the way the previous wars turned out, we took land from Romania. This bit is blue bordered. We cannot go to Moldova. My army is stuck in Yash. First Minister, prestige, who cares? So I've had to deal with rebellions in the main part of my country and been pretty much unable to do anything about it. I've had to mobilise. It was brutal. It was absolutely brutal for a while. There is no gold mine in Transylvania. Nah. £44,000 in debt. Yeah, we'll pay that. We'll get that fixed. Can you get black flagged? I'd have to get military access from a country that borders this. But I also want to keep an army there, because if I get a rebellion there, I can't really get to it, and maybe it's Romanian patriots or something, and then I lose the land. So by the way, my next move is going to be to have a war on Austria. Oh shit, what's this? This is actually oh, this is an event. This is a decision I can take. This is the only apparent lore that Banat has, their only flavour in terms of decisions. And I can get cores on, hear me out here, 2 provinces. 2 fucking provinces. Ujevedek and Savastendmeter. Savastendmeter. That's a fucking Hungarian unit of measurement for how long a fucking horse is. So that's this province here, and this one above it. So these 2 provinces, which by the way, 58% Serbian. I don't accept Serbian. This country, this is the most ridiculous thing about it. I just have to say this, right? This country has all these accepted pops, yet it's based around fucking Serbia. Like, this much of my starting region is Serbian, right? And that's one thing we don't accept. And my first target where I expanded when we played the last session was against Serbia, and I decided to release them because I don't accept them, and I'd allow them, and we can use their mobilized troops, get a new pool of generals. And by the way, those Serbian generals have come in amazingly handy in some of our wars. Releasing Serbia has been a really good move. This place here doesn't have Serbian core, so I'd be happy to just take it. I mean, Upper German is the pop that I accept, and Hungarian, so it's decent. And by the way, I'm pretty sure these provinces started with German names, but then it changed to Hungarian when they took the Austria-Hungarian Compromise. I think they did. I don't remember them having those names when I first looked at the decision last session. Banat, so we'll get the Stalker is explaining the real Banat lore here. Banat's based upon a revolutionary failure where a bunch of southern Hungarian nationalities revolted to kick out the Serbs after World War I and failed. Okay, there's a bit of background lore on Banat. Thank you. One needs to choose up with Austria. I mean, that is exactly what we need to look at, and it is already up. So I should be justifying on Austria right now. We should take our next chunk of either Romanian or Hungarian land. Maybe you can get a rename event. Yeah, I've had rename events in the past session, by the way. I've done it. And it's very arbitrary what you can get to rename stuff to. So when I took fucking Transylvania, I think my decision was rename it from Hungarian to Romanian, right? I renamed it from Hungarian to Romanian. When I took Serbia, I initially renamed that from Serbian to Hungarian until I released it and it went back to Serbian. So over here I'm renaming things to Romanian, down here I'm renaming things to Hungarian. I accept them both, and I'm trying to appease both of these people, right? So I don't need to justify on Austria though, because we're about to get a core on them. Actually, mate, guys, lads, I already have my Casus Belli. I already justified on them. They're allied to France, which is no problem if we have Germany. So let's say, hypothetically, and let's say we went for this region of Kurusvidek, which has this ridiculous fucking province of Satmar. Anyway, if I declared for that, Kurusvidek, where are you? Here you go. Fire state, 16 more score. Would Germany join me? Yes, Germany joins. So that's safe. That is secure. That is easy. We'll talk about Istria or not later when we have shit sorted. Let me just build up a couple more brigades and pre-mobilize before I do the war. Now let's take this decision. So that's that. I now have late epic cores on 2 provinces. Did I get any further decisions opened up from that? No. Renovate Timisoara is a default decision that every country has for their own capital city, so it's nothing unique either. Will you have enough jingle for more war goals? Oh my god. Yeah, sure, enough. I'm not going to play with jingoism though. If I don't have enough jingoism, I'll just manually lower it, okay? That's not something I'm playing for. The economy is really bad though, even as we go into this war. Something to keep an eye on. Intellectual promotion. Oh, 3.5 in these regions is fine. We really need to put them in this Transylvania though. Weird that your capital is Timisoara and not the German name Temesvar. Temesvar? That's pronounced Temesvar. That's also how the Hungarians pronounce it, isn't it? But the German one must be based on the Hungarian one. Hello, Godfrey. By the way, as soon as we declare on Austria, I'll be able to move my army around. That was the plan. We'll go from Bacau up to Bukovina. It's this mountain pass here is open. Actually, guys, I think my original plan, I actually should take Bukovina in this war. Which, it's not great as land with pops, but that's very important for me to connect that. I think I do need to take that. The Romanian one is based on the Hungarian one too. It's just gotten altered over hundreds of years. The city was originally Hungarian. Thanks for letting us know. I wonder why you needed to stress that point. Could you be Hungarian? Temes is the river and Var is in castle. No, that's not named after a castle. It's named after a football match where VAR decided if it would be Hungarian or Romanian. Look, I don't have a dog in that fight though between Romania and Hungary. I love both of those countries. I love both the peoples. I don't have a dog in that fight. Love both of their languages as well. How did Wallachia form Romania? It's just default decisions and events that the two duchies unite under. It was the Crimean War shit actually, and Russian stuff. Oh. Speaking of Transylvania de Sud, we're going to lose some pops in it. About 20k. Encourage libs? Nah, that's a waste of a national focus. Waste of a national focus. We can create a new general. Ooh, 2 attack, 3 defense is pretty good. Stefan von Baden. My generals get German names, by the way. That's because South German is my primary culture, although nothing else about the country is really based on that. Everything else either becomes a rename to Romanian and Hungarian. It's a bit arbitrary. Serbia is also building an army up, my puppet. I want to give them time as well. My Casus Belli expires in October, so we will wait for that. And I'm building up a nice little bit of artillery here, which will create my second stack. They were the ruling elite in the region at the time. Well, that's a good reason, but I don't know if this is following any rhyme or reason. I mean, the Transylvania could be named Siebenbergen, but it's got the Romanian names, you know. There are a lot of Germans here. My accepted pops, my Germans, they're here, but and my primary culture German, but we've got the Romanian names. And I'm actually very curious to see what the names get in some of these future regions. Do they stay Hungarian? Do we get another event to rename them to Romanian? At what point do we switch over to German names, if ever? Okay, we got our new reform, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take a voting reform now. That was the double whammy. Based on population, and now voters' ideologies have massively shifted after that reform. Oh, I got decked on by Austria-Hungary. Okay. Fucking hell, okay. Fine. Now I'm going to have to mobilise and fund the army and go bankrupt, but Germany joins me, right? Yeah. So, okay, this is just the war happening by another means. Very problematic with Germany as the war leader, but I am not going to allow that to fuck me over. I will do something about that. I'll make sure I can add enough war goals for myself. And I'll make sure that I'll try and make sure that the AI doesn't peace out. That means no France in the war. Yeah, makes things a lot easier. Now let's get over there to, and by the way, I will command the Serbian army. Ottomans, what side? Ottomans is just at war with something. Crete, they're at war with fucking Crete. I was wondering why the armies were coming up here, this direction. Right, you just actually form up there, start occupying that. Occupations should be the key to me being able to add war goals. Why are there so many impassable terrains? Oh, it's something. Oh my god, 42k? Austrians are really coming for me. Oh my god. Okay, this army, when you've occupied that. This is too fast. Speed 1, speed 1. Try and unite the armies as best I can. 30th of August, 25th of August, 11th of September. I've got a really good general, 3 defense. Jesus, the Austrians are absolutely tunnel visioning me because I'm the one they decked on. Okay, okay. Just hold out long enough. I got caught with my army unfunded. We're dealing good casualties, but my army is weaker there. It's hard to handle. Still 7 days before a retreat? Oh, fuck. The lack of... Oh, a 9-0 roll. Fair. Fair. Very fair. Very fair roll. Yeah, they caught some of my modes. Let me retreat. I want to do this attack anyway, actually. Let me fucking retreat. They got wiped at Alba Iulia. We got quite a big mobilization, so I'll go with it. Keep fighting. Don't reinforce this battle, other stack. Yeah, just keep sieging me, yes. Rolls, decent. Oh, they've got a fucking 4 defense. Of course. Yeah, this is a speed 1 war, by the way. Which accepted does Banat have? Great question. I don't know. Oh fuck, this is brutal. This is brutal. My economy will never recover. Actually, we'll see if we can bait them into the Deva mountain. Even though that stack is fucked with no orcs. Germans are here, thank fuck. Jesus. And they're sieging everything, mate. Oh my god, I'm not going to be able to add a fucking war goal without some serious fucking machinations of shit. We're going to have to really... Yep, you're fucked, called it. Shit comment. We're gonna... I mean, it's obviously not fair if the AI pieces out on me, which is why I'm willing to change it. They're attacking me now. Wait. Let's micro a good general in there. You can have Stefan von Baden. Where's Stephanie von Baden? Yeah. Tag switch to Germany and add a release war goal and some minor shit. Could do that, yeah. Let's just keep going. And like we'll use monthly auto saves, we'll take saves, and we'll see when and if Germany does peace out the war. Look at that roll. And then we'll revert and see what we can do about it. Germany can unsiege you. Not if they don't peace out the war first. Germany's added shit as well. They've added Schlesien and Bohemia. They're taking Bohemia, lads. And you know, I'm okay with them taking that. I'll let them take it. But I also want to take shit. Now they're reinforcing that battle. We need to get out. Why aren't my army still taking just shit? Just the lack of org. Just the lack of org. Germans are here. Rough, very rough, very rough. The Germans are here liberating me down south. What's your national value, Spud? Great question. Order. Very good national value there, actually. Okay. Where's that Austrian army going? Nowhere. Now they're fighting over here. Auto held. Oh, the Austrians are coming over here. We should just get away. Get away, get away. Alright, there's the peace. They took the shit they were taking. They took Mähren as well. Okay, we have to revert. So they peaced out in October. So let's go back to October autosave and fix that. Okay, we'll fix it from here. Okay, so tagging over to Germany. They've currently got 2 war goals added. Now, what war goals can I add? 3 allied corps, Banat. Or I can give Banat these 2 regions of Kiral Sag and Bask Bashka. This is fucking Croatia. This is meaningless for me to take that. It's not very good. Spud, does the mod run well as having issues on your end? It runs well for me. It runs fine. I mean, at least on my new PC. But performance issues have been reported because the mod is big and has a big map. Bachka, though, I think is CS in Hungarian pronounced Che? I think it is. That would be pretty good for me to take. So 3 allied corps on that. Does free people allow just taking? No. Oh, no, that's free people still just does that. Okay. Again, by the way, again, I guess while we're doing this now, it's been a while since I've said it. AI allies and Victor are so frustrating. I openly do console commands, I openly do tag switching and things to sort things out about how janky Victoria 2 can be. Right? I do this sort of thing. I do it in a way that I believe is reasonable and fair. I'm not abusing it to get unfair advantages out of nowhere. For example, I really think the upper house thing was fair to give myself 0.14% fucking reform acceptance rate. And now the AI system of them having control over the war and the war goals and me not being able to add shit and the AI piecing out prematurely over me, I think it's fair. And you see, I'm gonna let Germany take stuff. I'm not completely just abusing it against the AI in my favor, right? I just want to. So I wanted to take Bukovina. So here's all I'm gonna do, right? Ban, thankfully, is the tag of Banat. I didn't know that for sure. It was a guess, but it worked. Releasing Hungary? No, 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 no. What I will do is simply debug always add war goal on Banat, so I can add even with occupations, I think. So I can just add my shit, right? Even though I can't technically with the occupations. So I'm going to add Bukovina right now, which is Ukrainian actually a lot, and more. That's more unaccepted pops. There's a lot of accepted pops there, but there's also a lot of unaccepted pops there. For all this accepted pops I have, I'm taking so much land that isn't my accepted pop. Right, anyway. I'm going to use my acquire state casus belli I already justified, which actually expires later in October. Oh, wait, what's the region called in the mod with this? It's Bukovina. This region is fucking spelled Polishly. Oskilitsin and Veskelitsin German, but Bukovina... Actually, that's not Polish. That could just be German as well, because V is W. Yeah, anyway. Tangent. So. Acquire state, Bukovina, 8 war score. So I've added that. Why do you have French accepted? No one knows why we have so many accepteds, but we just do. We just have them. So I've added Bukovina. Now I'm going to add my core on Bachka. Did any Hungarians confirm that that's how it's pronounced? No. Okay. And I will do... I'm not going to let the game run because it'll just peace out. I might as well just acquire all cores. Okay, I'll take them both. So I'm taking this bit here, which is connected. We're going towards Croatia, which really opens up the possibility of that coastline, you know. Southern Hungarian Latins failed to make into a separate culture. I think you should only do Bukovina. Oh, that's harsh. What are the options for the coast? Istria, Dalmatia, Lika. Which of these have my accepted pops? This is Slovene. That's a German province of 5k. There's North Italians here. There's a lot of North Italians in some of this. I accept them too. Istrian, 2 provinces. Upper Germans I accept. North Italians and Upper Germans I accept. Is Szeged a 1-province state? No, Szeged is part of the Tisantul state here, which is very good. A lot of pops, a good one for me to take. What sphere is Ottomans in? None right now. Oh, they're very unsphered at the moment. Oh shit, guys! The Ottomans is vulnerable. Good question, Goose, because now I've noticed the Ottomans is alone. They're very strong though. Still very strong. But they are alone. What's that 1-province state then? What 1-province state? Which one were you referring to? Dalmatia? Dalmatia's a pretty big region. Mostly Croatian, of course. West of Bachka. Oh shit! This one! Baranya and Najdarda. Next to your cut cores. Yeah, what is this? What are these pops? Hungarians, Croatians and Germans. That is very strange. Najdarda means big spear? Really? World War II LARP state. No, there's no core. It's not like a nation. It has silk. Is that a good trade good? Oh shit! I should take that. I'm gonna take it. I'm taking it, okay? I don't care. Baranya, I'm taking it. Six war score. I'm taking it. Total war score is gonna, well, it's approaching 100. I'm not going to give Germany everything. And well, Bukovina, 1 province minor and all my cores. The question is, do I take one more thing and do I make that thing just be another Transylvanian region to basically finish off modern Romanian borders almost? Silk. Or do I go for the coastline now? You know what? I don't feel like going for the coastline at this stage. I don't need it. I don't want to go after meme colonies. Really, I don't care. Maybe later. Does Austria have colonies? No, they don't. I'm going to take Kosovovedek, though. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take that, okay? In terms of whether I won or lost the war, my army took some setbacks, but the Germans were about to come in and completely wipe them out and win. So if the war did continue, then you know how it would end. Now, quickly, if we tag to Germany, war score is 104. I think this is a fair peace deal. Now, I would love to continue the war and actually fight it to an actual end. But Germany will just peace out at some arbitrary point for not all the valid war goals. Now, they're taking fucking Bohemia here. Just don't take Byrrhania. No, I'm not the one dropping a war goal here. I'm going to be Scandinavia and England in part 27 of Bavaria. And I'm going to do that to this Germany here, okay? Except they're actually getting the best region in the game. So it's not really fucking them over, is it? Okay? Now we offer that, apart from Cook, fucking Schlesien, which is, which bit of Schlesien is that? It can't be much. Troppau, Teschen, and Bielitz. Bit of the Sudetenland, I think. Bit of Poland. Anyway. Now I offer that. That's a peace deal. Now, I know, let's not beat around the bush. I don't think that was clean. That's not the way I would have liked to do it. But the way the game is, it's forced me to do that, or else I'd be just... It would be a stalemate war where I gained nothing, basically. Did Austria just reject that? Oh my god. I suppose they would, because the war score isn't up that high. Okay, do we just make Austria fucking accept that? Let's fight the war a little bit longer. You got to do yes, man, I know. Let's fight a bit longer. Taking a save. And I'm going to reload it in case tag switching fucked the AI. I'm going to continue until Germany pieces out the war, and then I'll revert and piece the war out from that, whenever the nearest save is. So right now I'm fighting this battle, but I need to get out because they're about to reinforce. Yeah, get the fuck out of there. They're going to Timișoara, they're going back down. The Germans are here. Saves coming in my PDX game? Well, you know, more modern PDX games eliminate a lot of the need for it, because by being just less janky and having updates and fixing a lot of things. Although I think a more modern Paradox game where I've heard that, you know, peace deals were always a massive problem is fucking Hoi 4, right? Hoi 4 peace deals have always been a mess. I don't know how they've fixed them lately, but... Save again here. Now where the fuck is that Austrian 40k going? Right now. Run to the mountains, boys. Don't let them attack me. So the Germans have sneeded down Vienna, the war score's up to the 50s. Germany's probably adding more war goals as we speak. I don't know. Hoi 4 peace deals are fine because there's only one more that matters. True. I suppose if Hoi 4 had more fluid wars, multiple wars, and it was more of a geopolitical thing like Vic 2, the peace deal system for that would be an absolute joke. Unfunctional. 7th of November, 31st of October. Okay, I'm getting away. Are they seriously coming to attack me again? As the last act of the war. Right, November autosave. You have no idea about Imperator Rome peace? No, I don't. Aren't Imperator Rome peace deals very similar to EU4 though? Just, you have to occupy forts, you have to take provinces individually, stuff like that. The Germans have engaged them here. Yeah, the Germans are sweeping up, mopping up the Austrian army now, pretty much. Serbia got full sieged as well. Oh, damn. See, we suffered in this war. We suffered a lot, economically, being occupied a lot. It wasn't free, okay? This shit hurt. My army is only just recovering enough to maybe go in and start fighting again. EU4 is the best by far. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I mean. EU4 has a fairer peace deal system that wouldn't mean you have to go around doing this sort of thing and tag switching a lot. If I was a small country in EU4 that called in a big country, there's the peace, right? So we got like 21st of. What did I get? Everything. I didn't get everything. Germany gave me something. They only gave me Bukovina, right? So let's not complain, right? They gave me something, right? I do have to revert now. I'm wondering how EU5 will handle POPs. From what I've seen so far, almost identically to Victoria 2, which is interesting. So now I go to this save and I just start off straight away on Germany. And we offer the Austrians the peace deal that I want. We don't give them Moravia and I don't give them Schlesien, and that's 85. I can't add anything. They won't accept, so I have to fucking yes man it. You have to just do it. Okay, yes man. I'm not gonna let the game play for a day without me being on Banat. Yes, Mount Athos Alliance. So we're back on Banat. That just happened. Okay, we just did it. I may have to rejoin because the AI might glitch out. That's demob. There's a stack there. There's a stack there. That's my army. Okay, defund it. Economy's fucked. We are in the German sphere, by the way, which is probably one of the reasons my economy's bad. Sharon, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Very nice of you. I appreciate it.
I think we're all out of sync.
The AI dies once you tag switch. That's what I've heard. I've never actually seen it happen, but people say it, and you know, I might as well. Yeah, turn off yes man. Turn off the other ones if they're still on. Right, all the yes men, all the debugs are disabled. There you go. Now I take a new save, and I'm just going to revert on that so the AI doesn't glitch out in case they glitch out. Okay, right, things are sorted. That was the peace deal. Austria's fucked, right? They lost Bohemia, their strongest region, and they lost more land from me. Wait, what about Korosvedek? Why wasn't that in the peace deal? Spud, you lost half the goods. I didn't get Baranya either. The AI handed it back. Oh, the AI thing. Okay, right, we have to sort this. The AI returned non-cores. Fuck! See, this is what I mean about this shit. It's so annoying. So many stupid, fucking janky things you have to deal with. So we go back, we have to go back now. We go back to the November autosave, we have to do the whole save again. I don't want to do change owners out of this. I need to do this clean. I want it to be an actual peace deal, at least. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to conquer all Cuck so that Austria accepts the peace deal without yes man. And I'm going to be on Banat when the peace actually happens, so that I don't do the return all cores. Hey, at least this shit forces you to do problem solving. You know, it's a good activity for the brain. You have to do problem solving and think of ways around all the issues. I just hope they don't force the terrain map to be the default map once again at EU5. Yeah. I really don't want them to do the thing where you have political map mode zoomed out, but when you zoom in it's forced terrain. But I'm pretty sure I saw people mention that on the forums, and I'm pretty sure I saw Johan responding that he wouldn't do that or he'd make it optional. So there's positive stuff there, I think. What's the difference between this and cleaning stuff up with change owner? Okay, I think change owner technically works, but I think there might be some glitches behind change owner not actually recognizing you've taken land or regions. There's something to it. It's probably okay. I also just like doing it cleanly by actual peace deals, even if I am like fucking engineering these peace deals. Okay, so this should work this time anyway, although they will instantly accept all of it because it's forced peace. But yeah, right. No, it still didn't work. It still didn't work there. There's still an issue. Right, yeah, we have to do it again. Even that didn't work. So what I'm going to do this time, okay? It can't be a force piece because it still automatically all that shit happens. We go to the autosave. We go to Germany. We go conquer all. Conquer all cuck, but I give them back one province so it's not an automatic major force piece, and then they have to take a day to accept it. Change controller cuck to 3402. It's not going to be a force piece anymore because we don't have everything occupied. Piece was already sent. Is the piece already sent? What are you on about? The piece is not already sent in this. Tag to Austria, send the piece to Germany and back to the Banat. That should also work, yeah, actually. That should definitely also work. Correct. I just want to see if this method works as well. I like this method because it required problem solving. So if I send that, right? They take the day to consider it. I go to Banat. Then the piece happens, right? Next day. And then the event comes up. See, my method worked as well. But Stalker's method is also completely good, and it's probably technically better and easier than the thingy I just suggested. Okay, so we keep everything we've gained. Do not return cores. We've got stuff to rename, and I'm really looking forward to that. Right. Demobilize. Bask on the map that we just created here. Look at that. It looks so weird. What does that look like? It looks like a fucking, you know, chicken strip thing. Chicken bone. Or it looks like an elephant trunk going out to the left. You will rename Hungarian stuff into French. Let's see what it is. Discount Romania. Romania itself is already a discount Romania. A slug. It looks like South America, I guess. Are you still blocked in Moldova? No, because we took Bukovina. There we go. The two provinces of Bukovina, which are kind of shit. But still, nice. A dinosaur looking to the right. When can you eat Romania? When the truce is up. In 1867 December, actually, that's next on the agenda. We're going to finish off Romania next. Take Bucharest and my accepted pops. Okay, let's see what things I can rename here. Right, let's see what rename things. Pac-Man farting. A lot of you are failing the Rorschach test right now. Okay, we can rename Bukovina, right? Currently, it's got unclear names. I think this is a mix of Polish and German. That's German. The name is German. Also works in Polish. Let's see what we rename Bukovina to. I think it's going to be Romanian. Yes, it's renaming. Wait, are there three? Okay, it's 2 provinces and the region. So we're renaming it to Romanian, okay? That is now Cernăuți, Suceava, and the region is Bukovina, spelt with a V instead of a W. Congratulations, everyone! We've just renamed that, and it's Romania who owns this today. It might be a mix. I think Ukraine owns the northern province today, and Romania the southern one, right? Kind of looks like the 2001 Space Odyssey ship. I like so many different, varied, interesting views from chat on what this looks like. I like that. I know that Suceava is in Romania today. I've heard of that city before. But Ukraine owns the rest. The in-game countries don't reflect IRL borders. Well, generally not. But a lot of them really do. They're not definitely not the regions, but if you split up some regions. So the next thing we rename is Crisana. What's Crisana? Is that currently called Crisana? No. Maybe this one? Let's see what it is. It is Karosvidek and all that. Oh, it's just this one. It's just this part of Transylvania. Which, oh, what's this? This region is called Affold in vanilla and all that, isn't it? Crisana is Karosvidek. There you go. We're going to say goodbye to... This one's already called Cluj. But that's already part of Transylvania the Nord, which we already took. So, Najvarad, Satmar, Najbanya. To be fair, these two provinces are majority Romanian and this one 47% Hungarian. Right, there we go. And they're going to become Oradea, Crisana, Chare Mare, and Baia Mare. Wow, there you go. There's still one region for Romania, isn't there? Tisanțul. Isn't it? No, that's part of fucking Hungary today. This is Romanian borders. Yeah. There you go. And these ones here, by the way, these places are staying Hungarian named. Big Weevil is Naj Weevil. Cernăuți in Romanian, Chernivtsi in Ukrainian. And yeah, Chernivtsi is currently in Ukraine. Yeah. You get Romanian names for Tisantul too. That would be fucking harsh. This bit wasn't even taken in Trianon. Fucking hell. And you can still rename it. Not even the Trianon people went that far and took that region. Wow. I should have taken war reps though, because my economy is majorly fucked. However, this peace deal allowed me to get 2 more national focuses. Huge. Crisana is now my most populous state, with no clergymen. This peace deal probably reduced my literacy. Let's get soldiers in Moldova. Banat, Transylvania. Yeah, national focuses are currently set right. We can probably build a load more soldiers soon as well. Let's unpause and see. No, we can't, because these places we just took have fuck all soldier pops. Let's not even make soldiers out of it yet. I don't even want to spend the money. Declare autos and they pay you. Yes, let's declare on 74 Brigade Ottoman Empire when Germany cannot reach me to help me. Romanian claims are based upon the supposed borders of the province of Dacia, and it goes all the way up the river Tisa. That is harsh. Look, I don't think the Romanians should complain about that one. I mean, Jesus Christ, they already have their full major borders. What more can Romanians ask for apart from Moldova and the southern bit of the Budja that they gave up in World War II? We've been over that. They lost a little bit down there to Bulgaria. Otherwise, though, Romania is one of the countries that has just coincidentally come out the most successful out of the 20th century in terms of the land they got. I talked about this last week as well, but, you know, since, I'll talk about it again, right? Romania and Hungary on the same side in World War II. Romania lost World War I, got completely fucked by the Central Powers. So they were on the losing side of both world wars, and they still came out with their full irredentist land at the end of everything. They have done some serious fucking manoeuvring. Now, I know it's because they switched sides at the end of World War II. As soon as the Red Army crossed the river over here, somewhere, one of these rivers in Moldova, the Romanians switched sides. They had a coup d'etat, and that was that. They were then against Germany, and there were German troops in Romania who, when they heard the news, just tried to escape and fought Romanians a little bit. The Germans definitely didn't have enough to pull off a full-on take them back like they did with Italy, so they just tried to get out. Romania was on the side of the Entente in World War I, but I know, but they lost because they were completely isolated and Russia didn't go in enough to help them. Romania was in the Entente. Mate, yes they were. They were on the side that won eventually, but they were defeated before that. Russia was also on the Entente. They were also technically on the winning side, but they got the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk against them. So they actually lost the war. Germany stopped the Hungarian attempt to switch sides. Ah. We got another reform though. Got another reform. Ooh, what do we go for? Peonage is really shite. Peonage is bad. I guess minus education. Why did China request access? It's probably because I border a country that they're at war with. Maybe. Yeah, well they are at war with Romania. I was about to say they must be at war with Russia. But it's actually Romania they're at war with, which makes a lot of sense. The Romanians were super cheeky because after Austria-Hungary technically surrendered, they just invaded again and broke a peace treaty. Well, you know, I would do the same in that situation. By that logic, didn't France lose World War II? Yeah, by that logic, yes, they did. In a way. Doesn't mean they lost at the end. They obviously they got liberated. If they sign a peace treaty by being beat. But yeah, that does mean they lose a certain part of the war. It's a loss. That's what I'm talking about. Romania's main contribution in the main part of World War I, where they were on the Entente side, they got completely destroyed. They may have come back at the end when the rest of the Entente came and won, in order to claim the land they got out of it, but to be fair, they lost the war. Russia certainly lost World War I as well. Yeah. Do people think that Russia won World War I because they happened to be on the Entente? Wasn't the treaty signed by Vichy France though? Well, it depends. I mean, at the time, even in World War II, I mean, most of the French government didn't go on to do what Charles de Gaulle did. Most of them stayed and continued, or just, went into Vichy or whatever. De Gaulle was like a courageous, but, minority of the people. But he ultimately won. So, when France was liberated in World War II and they came back and they were reformed, I mean, it's not as if they gained a massive new army of 2 million people. They had forces, but it wasn't a major contribution to the Allies in the Western Front. What is this chat? Why is everyone talking about Romania and Hungary? I talked about this last session, though, a little bit. Anyway. The French also courageously resisted German occupation via the resistance. Yeah. I'm not downplaying that, but there's two sides to it, right? You don't want to downplay the resistance, but you also don't want to ignore and wash away the fact that people collaborated and they had the Vichy government. You just got to look at the facts and find the balance. That's all I want to do. But, you can say that France won and lost World War II and Romania won and lost World War I. They lost initially, but then were later liberated. So yeah, justifying Romania, the truce is up. Let's start going towards that. Romania is going to be busy fighting Korea and fucking China anyway, so we're going to have an even bigger opportunity. We're going to call in Germany because France will join Romania. that just means that Germany will dunk on France for us. That's all. 400,000 before D-Day. That's a lot, actually. That's good. A lot of people might have different, like, strong views about French resistance and all this shit, though, and that's what I don't really want to get into. Some people might have motives in upplaying it or downplaying it. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people really like to downplay the French resistance. The French are easy to dunk on, I suppose. People love dunking on the French. Anyway, let's justify conquest. And even though I am fine with lowering my infamy, this still doesn't put me over infamy. Lots of coal. Also, if France joins Romania, could you try to take something from the French? I don't think I'm allowed to take a war goal on France. Yeah, no politics here. Well, I like to talk about history on this stream now and again. Definitely. I don't want to get into more modern politics though, ever. I'm not going to talk about any of the elections going on. Fuck all that shit. I like to talk about history here, especially since we're playing that game and we talk about the countries. Soviets had already broken Germany's back. Well, yeah, we're just treading stuff that everyone already knows about World War II now, though. I mean, it was the Soviets who won it, mostly. Yeah. Well, to be fair, they were fighting with a lot of American and some British equipment. Bro is a history major. I'm not. Some people in chat are, maybe. Probably not. Now, which reform do we take? Peonage is bad. Debtors' prisons removes that. Cultural rights. We're not going for immigrant attraction, so that's kind of meaningless. I'd rather actually keep the higher assimilation rate. So, you know, any of those people who are not currently accepted in this country, which is actually a surprising amount of people. We've got a lot of Serbians now. We've even just included a lot of Croatians. So let's try and assimilate them. By the way, I've said this before about Serbia here, but in the long, I definitely want to create a Yugoslavia, because I'm not interested in having these unaccepted pop lands like Croatia and Serbians. So I want to form a Yugoslavia if possible at some point later. What will you do if Scotland wins an international competition? I don't know. Never going to happen though, is it? There's also the Euros and football to talk about, because I've been watching quite a few of those games. There's a lot to talk about there as well, for fuck's sake. And we have a tradition of talking about football. Anyway, meetings, issue change speed, do I really care? Free press. I want to just go for social reforms, because those are the ones that are actually going to be useful. I think the most technically useful right now is getting rid of peonage, because that is -3 education. I want, you know, education. We're not going to be able to get the school reforms yet, so we'll just get that. But yeah, this land that I took barely has any soldier pops. Very bad on soldier pops. 0.8, yeah. Yeah, this is just bad on all kinds of pops. There's barely any fucking clergymen as well. Free press, unions boost social reform. Yeah, and we could go for unions next, definitely. Also, the economy continues to be utterly fucked even through this victory we just had. Utterly fucked. Massively in debt. Spending is completely down on everything. I need to defund the army though. Kind of forgot to do that. And I think the reason is because I did do that once, but then we had to fucking realise the peace deal was wrong. Anyway. No rebels right now. Militancy's down because of reforms. All looking good. It'll be fine once you have the Ploiești oil fields. That, yeah, whenever that happens, that should help the economy. But that's late game. So, let's immediately start repaying some of this debt down. Intellectuals are looking good in Oltenia right now. We may switch to soldiers there. Oh, an earthquake. Yeah, this is only 0.6% soldiers. I need that. 2.6 clergy is okay. How strong is France and is there in Italy? Yeah, Italy formed last session, which it's quite railroaded in TGC, so it was bound to happen. You know, Italy might not form in vanilla, but it definitely will form because of all the events in this. But France, 197 brigades. By the way, this Germany is absolutely ridiculous. When I looked at it, we could visibly see on the country that it had fucking 500 mobilized troops. See you later, Stalker. Thank you so much for being here. Slaughter. Do not intervene. No, I don't want that. The marginalized Ukrainian nobility against the Banatish rule. Okay. Alright then. We could release Korolist for Ruthenia out of that province and then feed it. We could feed Ruthenia. Shit. What about that, everyone? What if I release Ruthenia and fed it? And it's my puppet. Similar to what we can do with Serbia. Like EU4 style puppet feeding. This doesn't break my connection because I will keep the province of Suceava. I like this idea. I think it's pretty good, isn't it? Because we will be beating up Austria even more. And this will give us like the most potential out of the stuff we take from them. We can feed Galicia up here and make another strong puppet. I love it. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm going to do it. One province so far. We're going to feed that. It's got the lovely purple Ruthenia colour here. And look at the cores it has. That's some decent land. Accepted pops. Just Ukrainian. Nothing else. It didn't give it Polish. Republika Bukovina. Like a one state country. I wonder what accepted pops that would have though. Towards the end of the stream, remind me to just cheekily release the Republic of Bukovina to check what accepted pops that would have. What accepted pops does Banat have? Description. If it forms Galicia, can it form a map? Well, we'll check it out. We'll see what it can do. We could then feed it Poland, of course, you know. Oh, having Polish be this colour in the cultures is a bit confusing though, eh? Because Polish here, the colour of Polish in this mod is the colour that's normally Ukrainian in vanilla, and they've made Ukrainian slightly darker green, pretty sure. Like it's in between Russian and Polish in the colour. Anyway, got to pay down that debt, economy's improving, very nice. It's nice to see people coming into the stream every now and again and having their first reaction to this country as accepted pops. They cannot believe it. If only there was a place for me to find the accepted pops, please help. You have to load TGC yourself through the download link in the description. Release the country and check it yourself to see what it has. It's the only way. Bukovina has Romanian and Ukrainian, if I remember correctly, and some mods for Romanian itself. That's what I thought it would have. So, Romanian and Ukrainian is a funny crossover. A very niche challenge to take Romanians and Ukrainians. That would be a difficult one. Although, I think I might be in the position where I could use this Germany to take Russia down as well. Did I just get my Casus Belli? Yeah. So, the economic recovery has to come on hold for now. Already. Do I need to mobilize for this? Well, the Romanians are going to mobilize, so I should. And yes, I will now build up those army. Goodbye to my economy again for a while. We paid down some debt. If you PayPal me $5, I will PayPal you $10 back and tell you the accepted pops. By the way, super chats, support the channel, would greatly appreciate that. And join the membership, of course. Don't forget. Forest is defense plus a river crossing. Grassland Hills is still 1. So when the war starts, let's make them attack me in Craiova. And that'll be it. With my 3 defense boy. Stefan von Baden. Are there so many blue borders normally? No, a lot more have been added by TGC as part of their overall massive map rework of everything to do with the map. In GFM, Romania gets decisions to get Bulgarian and Hungarian accepted along with respective nations' core decisions. That's ridiculous. What the fuck? That is mental. Mental. Although, to be fair, uniting Hungary and Romania in one country is probably the best way to solve their border disputes. They wouldn't have a border dispute if they were the same country. Elia, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do not apply that logic to any other ongoing wars in the world, by the way, okay? Do not think that I would say that.
I think we're all out of sync, aren't we?
The Yugoslavia, yeah, often doesn't quite work out, does it?
I think we're all out of sync.
And then Elia himself is 24 months of membership. Galicia on the map. You love to see it, don't you? Peacetime mobilization, which is fine. We got a new reform. We already have service by requirement, by the way, which is massive for my mobilization. We have a huge mobilization right now. An excessive one. Let's just grab fucking free press now.
I think we're all out of sync, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm ready to deck the war, so let's do it. Germany, you're joining me, right? No. Oh, we have a problem. We have a problem. Germany doesn't join that for some reason. France over here is at war with fucking massive mobilization. If France gets military access to me in any shape or form, I'm fucked. But otherwise I can win. As long as they just can't get here. Someone get the mod created to allow Banat to form the Serbian Confederation. Well, Goose, I don't want to talk about that, Goose. Okay, we're not going to talk about that stuff here. Tomorrow, Bavaria series. More likely to be Saturday on this one. My break that I took for the past week or so impacted how much I could edit. So the video might be a little bit on the delayed side. But all that really matters is that I'm editing it now. I'm really enjoying it. It's going to be great. And it will come out soon. That's all that really matters when you look at it. Does Montenegro still exist? Yeah. They're my ally. They're one of my loyal allies down there. Love them. So, yeah, now what do we do about the situation here? With France, they would have to get military access through Italy and Austria-Hungary. That would be the only way, because they wouldn't use... See, guys, the benefit of me not having a coastline, right? The benefit. The AI cannot do its stupid thing of invading and landing troops. I'm going to go for it. We have to take some risk at some point, although I'm taking a save, so it's not exactly a risk, but we're going to do this fucking solo, lads. 85 war score, deck on Romania, let's fucking go. Attack me! Hit me! Hit me! Yes, I want you to hit me. 1st of September. France joined. Now the ominous... See, this is, by the way, this is what I'm talking about with Italy and Austrian cores. If I took Istria and shit like that, Italy now has cores on it. See? I'm right. I completely predicted that. If I took Istria, either one of these regions, then Italy would be decking on me for it. And Italy is quite strong. Conquest of Romanesque War. The adjectives of countries went along with the endonymic localization. And yes, we're crushing them. Nice. Good job. Let's take the mountain passes. Japan exploded. Yeah, well, I don't know what's going on there. Let's just hope we don't see any French people showing up. If they get access with Austria, it's fucking over, right? There isn't even a choke point to hold. I can ticker, or I can just instant annex. I don't know. Show Japan in detail, please. No. Nah. Okay, well that was that. That was Romania there. After the war, maybe. The French are not moving there. It looks like we're safe. It looks like we're safe. I could easily debug Fog of War at this to check, but no. Annex and then defund army. You know what? I'm defunding army now, actually, and demobilizing now. Fuck it. Like, even if France does show up, I'm not prepared to fight them. I need to get some economic tax after empiricism, that's for sure. I'll take stock exchange. Stock exchange is a huge boost in raw money. Especially in this mod, I think it's even more than it normally is. How much debt are you in? It's 52k for mobile viewers that can't read the debt there. 52k. I think I'd rather instant annex rather than sit on it and get a ticker, because I'm depopulating it by sitting on it. And, you know, France at some point will just white peace, I think. I didn't call Serbia into this one though. Didn't call them in. The live will go into what hours? Oh, I'll be going for another couple of hours from this point on. I read your thing about Bukovina Bjorts, by the way. You should save at it to change the name to Königreich Banat. Nah, we'll stick with this. All the way. The Fürstentum. That's true. That Romania will be the first country to be annexed. No, actually not true. Not quite true. I did annex Serbia, technically, although we re-released them after. What's your literacy at? For mobile viewers, it's 24.4. Okay, we annex. Romania is gone. Romania is gone. Still at war with France, but there's nothing they can do about it. We will now white peace whenever possible. They will eventually do it. Eventually, after fucking 2 years, that will tick against them. Rip F in the chat. Big win for us. We got the region of Muntenia, which is 239k, and is in desperate need of some clergymen. 1.9% soldiers. Admin efficiency? Admin efficiency is okay across the board. Actually, I think even this could be better. Put that up a bit. We haven't gotten many manual coring events yet for many things. I got manual cores on something. I think I got that on Oltenia actually. I was able to core that. And obviously these 4 provinces here is what I started with. And then we got an event, a decision thingy to core these 2. And we took them from Austria. So with the accepted pops, I'm really hoping that we will be able to get more. And by the way, this situation has happened before. But increasing the wealth voting to allow the middle class to vote a bit now means that the voters are out of touch with the people in favour of liberalism now. It used to be when the landed could vote that it was reactionary. It's the peasants and everyone who are conservative, but they can't vote. So we're now in the, and this is real. This is the bourgeoisie. This is real. We allowed the bourgeoisie to vote. The peasants are out here, mostly Orthodox peasants. Because Romania is Orthodox. And I guess the few Serbians we have are Orthodox. Communist Banat in the plans? Don't think so. Austria is going to fall apart now, completely. Hopefully not too many other people carve up the corpse and it's all left to me. You know, I'm going to make mobilized stacks, you know. Oh, we got some factories. Banatul de Est. Banatul de Vest. Right, the luxury clothes can be closed. We'll leave a fucking artillery factory open. Yeah, we are getting more regions now. We are getting industrial stuff. We should think about that, I think. Oh, of course, I've completely forgotten about universities. Of course, to be fair, I think the reason I've forgotten about all this shit is because we just haven't had money. Banat's trying to replicate the borders between Aragon and Hungary from the Aragon series. It's true. And the Venice series. Sort of split. Which is possible more easily in TGC because there's two different regions. But Italy has cores on all of that and they will probably take that off their next truce. So I pay down this massive debt we have, first and foremost. Hey France, you know, maybe we should white peace. Do I have war exhaustion? I fucking do because of being sieged down by Austria earlier. Banat rule in Romania is likely to have an impact on the language. At some point, you know, if this is a real country, all the languages would sort of coalesce somehow over a very long time. There's going to be a lingua franca. Well, country is majority Romanian at the moment. This is kind of a Romanian country, despite South German technically being the main thing. Spain? Banat? Yeah, the French thankfully did not get any access to me. But we will sit here. Again, you know, I could just fucking yes man this war out. But why? Why do it? Why not? I don't know. I don't think that there isn't really a pressing major reason to do it. So we'll just stick with it. Fuck it. What if I call Germany in? They will not accept. They don't want anything more from France. They got Alsace. Austrians might lose Galicia. Well, it is just militant socialist rebels, so they probably won't release anything. Russia might fear Ruthenia, though. Yeah, they are. I hope they don't get anything to kind of release it as my puppet. But then again, I've got Germany. Germany can probably beat Russia, so... You know, maybe I'll take Moldova next, who knows. Problem with taking Moldova is, even if I can beat Russia with Germany's help, they'll just keep decking on me for it, and we'll have to keep repeating that again and again. Fun fact about Romania. Talking about Romanian Saxons and all that. Their current president is a Romanian Saxon called Klaus. That was the revival you never thought you'd see. Will you ever share your playlists, bud? This thing I listen to on most of my streams, yes, it's a Baroque background from the channel I Love Venice. It's very much always something I just shove on in the background because it's copyright free. Did you know India and Pakistan speak the same language? Yes, I knew about Urdu and Hindi. Is that the next kettle of fish we want to open up and talk about though? To be fair, it's probably fine. I don't suppose that many Pakistani people and Indians are watching. We can take the soldier focus out of that. What now? This region can do with some correction. Meiji Restoration. Japan, I think, is... Yeah, we can't really see what happened to Japan. They've been completely restored. Meiji Restoration has happened and they are now Nippon Teikoku. And there you go. That's that. Sorted. That's the second strangest thing you learned this week. Yeah, Urdu and Hindi, technically the same language. It's like fucking Serbo-Croat. That's an analog situation. Same language technically, but split apart by culture and history and religions in the past. Romanian and Moldovan is not really like that. I think Romanian and Moldovan are basically the same. There's very few differences. It's just a dialect, really. Those two can barely be considered different languages at all. Serbian and Croatian, though, I don't know so much about that. I don't know enough about those languages to make a decision. Make my verdict on whether it's a dialect or a language. But I know that they're very, very, very similar, if not the same language, but due to being split apart over hundreds of years politically and religiously, that creates some differences. Serbo-Croatian is a single language, not even dialects of each other. Linguistics degree. Okay, alright. Alright, Susie. Your linguistics degree tells us that, but what if a Balkan LARPer nationalist from either side of that debate came along and said you were wrong? Main difference in Romania and Moldova is that, from what I know, they do speak Russian from time to time. Yeah, there's probably quite a few Russian speakers in Moldova. There's probably quite a few Russian people from the Soviet times, as well as Moldovan speakers who know Russian as a second language, or maybe know some Russian words or slang in there that they throw around a little bit. But the actual Moldovan language, quote unquote, is not separate from Romanian. It's going well so far. This playthrough is, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I got the super chat now, thank you very much. Natsteak, I was too much into the languages. Natsteak, thank you very much for the 10 Canadian dollars. And yes, it is going well. We overcame a lot of the challenges that we faced at the start of this session, and we are advancing forward. We've annexed new land, but we've still got a long way to go before I consider us, you know, getting our full potential out of these accepted pops, if we ever possibly can. Austria-Hungary is just finished and defeated at this point, but then we have accepted pops on Italy and France. I mean, how the fuck do we ever get that? Ottomans is also potential free expansion at some point. They're now allied to Germany, awkwardly. How about Scots and Scottish English? Well, that's complicated. That's actually just really complicated. Right, stock exchange now. That's the next tech. The main challenge is only being which cheats to use for reforms and peace deals. Lol. Shit comment. You're the CEO of shit comments on this stream. But I'll give you the I was only joking cop-out if you'd like it. Would you like to claim that cop-out? Yeah, I'm from Scotland and I know Scots and English and stuff like that, but whether Scots is a language or a dialect, who knows? It's fucking unanswerable. Thing about it is that there's just like loads of other languages, there's a continuum. On one end of a scale, you've got the most different from English, the most different words, and on the other end of the scale, you've got more similar to what is standard English. Anyone actually speaks Scots over there day to day? Yeah, loads. Most people even? Not most people, but maybe, you know. There's just so many different varieties of it, and levels to which people speak it. Gaelic is more interesting. That's definitely a different language. You know, the Wikipedia thing, yeah, well, that happened. But I don't think the Wikipedia Scots thing affected Scottish people much. It just affected us being seen by the outside world, maybe. Because who was actually reading Wikipedia articles in Scots? Anyway, we can start going towards social reforms of unions. France is moving... No, it's not. Ooh, Upper German Patriots. That's my accepted pops. I support them. Not going to talk about that punkificator. Not going there. I think we can bump it up to speed 3. Any chance of a white peace anytime soon, France? Do we really have to wait? It's only just under 1 more year before we can actually get a ticker going in our favour. If I demand white peace... Serbia is actually able to build a standing army. Seems to always build a couple of brigades and then lose them somehow, and then maybe get a few more. Serbia has always managed to produce a decent mobilization for me though. Anyway, how's this region doing? 48% Hungarian, 78% Upper German, 68% admin efficiency. By far my lowest pop area, 28k. But it produces silk, and it's one of the only silk producing places in Europe. There's obviously got to be some kind of lore to that, and some reason that that is its own state, and the reason that it produces silk. There will be something, and someone in the chat may come out with what it is. Someone may know. Child worker with one arm cut off asks for a break in his 24-hour work schedule. Utter woke nonsense. Speaking of utter woke nonsense, how's England doing in the football then, everyone? It is so funny to watch what's happening with England in the Euros. Now, we all know what happened with Scotland. Scotland were absolutely fucking pathetic and shit. And just terrible. But so are England. Did the stream die for anyone else? No, not me. There's so many people absolutely slating the England manager. There's so many people complaining. It's very funny to watch. And it's true, England are absolutely fucking boring. Really, really shite and boring. So, the ticker will start soon, only 150 days. What's the next move from here though, really? I mean, the next move is going to be another war against Austria in 72. November is the truce. It's crazy how passionate us Scots are about football, yet we are so incredibly shit. Yeah. It is strange. It's just an important cultural thing. People like playing it. People like their teams, their local clubs, but on a national level, it's just terrible. I think we're into football and we enjoy it and we watch it and play it as much as English people do. It's just that they are a bigger country. They have a huge league, the Premier League, and they have a more notorious, better, I say better national team, but they never do. They always do disappoint. Let's not even get involved in election events anymore. I don't want to, after the last stream and after managing all that, let's just leave it, right? Let's just leave election events to go anyway, and if I need to change my party to improve the economy, I will, because it'll just give me more militancy anyway. This is apparently a wartime election. This is a devastating war that we're currently in. Scotland's one of the best underdogs. Yeah. Oh, sometimes we have our good games where we do something. It's usually in the qualifiers. But then when we actually get to the competition, just absolutely bottle it. Barely even score goals at all, let alone good ones. Both Austria and Russia are republics. Oh, Russia became a republic here. Well spotted. That's strange. Don't know how that happened. Hello, Hubertius. How the fuck did Russia become a republic here? Oh, who knows? It's going to be one of the mysteries of the world. By the way, I'm going to have a couple minutes break now. We've just come out of that Austrian war and the Romanian annexation. We're waiting for France to peace out of its thingy on Romania. The pops are growing, the literacy's going up, we're developing, we're getting an economic tech which should sort out economic problems and allow us to pay down the debt and maybe start building factories and universities. Things are on the up, and we have to really think about our next plans moving forward. I think in the next war or so, it is time to get a coastline. That opens up possibilities. A lot of countries are very passionate about football and they're also shit. Belgium have this great team, it's highly ranked, but did they actually, when's the last time Belgium actually won something? I'm going to get that question answered when I come back and make a cup of tea. Thank you everyone so far. I will be back. We will continue. Stay right where you are. See you soon. Must have fallen to Jacobins. I don't see that being possible. As Russia here, how did they actually do it? It must have been that they just didn't have any troops near St. Petersburg and it was really fast. I didn't even see an event for it. It could have been an internal event chain or something. It could have been. I don't know. Anyway, bring it back. I'm back, and the BRB thing is off. I am back. So, when was the last time Belgium won any tournaments or cups or anything? International football team? No one even answered? No one? No? They had a game against Romania. They beat Romania, didn't they? Had a game the other day, the day before or yesterday? Wasn't it just 0-0 or 1-1? There's so many draws in this fucking Euros. Number 3 on paper. Yeah. Why do I always hear that Belgium is like the number 3 ranked team in the world, but they never win anything? They're good. They have really good players, but a bit overrated, a bit overhyped, aren't they? But, you know, it's nice that they do so well relative to the size of their country. It is always nice to see small countries physically do punch above their weight. Like Croatia is also a great one as well. But, you know, still, even then, even despite Belgium punching above its size, it still manages to be overrated, doesn't it? When did the England team win anything? Not since that one time. That one time. Belgium punches above its weight. England punches below its weight. And everyone finds that funny. Especially up here, let me tell you. Scotland still manages to punch below its weight sometimes as well. Or maybe Scotland just really is where it deserves to be relative to its population. We like to think we can cause an upset, but we never do. Right. When stock exchange gets done, let's see how this affects the money. Okay, we're currently making -17 a day, plus 5% tax, and we're up. And we're getting socialist unions. A little bit up. We got some inventions to get from it too. It's not up much, but it's up. Yeah, this is nice. That's a nice boost. Germany's allied to the Ottomans, but I am in Germany's sphere. I need to avoid becoming a great power. I'm fine in Germany's sphere. I want to stay here. I'm down to get rid of my prestige. I'm getting too much prestige. Yeah, that money is up a lot now. We do need to get some military stuff. Let's get the mobilization one. You know, nothing beats the AI, just like raw, massive numbers of mobilized men. So we got the Liberals in, which have tanked my economy because I can no longer get tariffs. So goodbye, Liberals. Goodbye. Quite simple. Enough said. You're out. You're out, Liberals. And we do need to really build some universities in places. Actually, the capitalists are doing shit. Universities are fully expanding because of the capitalists. That's amazing. I think some people have been confused about TGC as to whether capitalists can build these custom buildings, and they do. They've even got development banks building out here. Love it. Haven't even had to spend a penny on that. I went through all that just to get the Liberals into the upper house, only to remove them at the earliest possible convenience. Modric is like 38 or something, never won a title with... Didn't Croatia win a Euros or World Cup not too long ago in one of the last few ones? Wait. Didn't they beat England? Something like that? Did they get to a final? Only to lose? Runner up? Oh. I'm not talking about the most recent one, I don't think. I remember one. not too long ago. Soldiers, soldiers. Let's build up this fucking country. Yeah, they lost to France. Yeah, 2018 final, yeah. I think that's the one that's the one I'm thinking about. Don't fight the Ottomans for Dobruja, likely as low accepted pops, fight the Ottomans for Serbian accepted pops. Yes. No, I will take Dobruja though, mate. It does have some Romanians as accepted pops, but it's a coastline. And it's an easy accessible coastline that doesn't fuck me over like Istria or something like that. Dobruja would be very good for me to take. And then we feed Serbian land to Serbia. So yeah, the Ottomans would be a good target, but you know, they're allied to Germany. And I'm getting war score against France now, so surely a white piece is on the table. Come on. Again, it's just, for now, the most viable target continues to just be Austria. We're going to just absolutely beat up Austria. And, you know, next war, I don't even need to call Germany in. So we're going to finally have a war where I have complete say over everything. That's going to be lovely. No risky rebels popping up anytime soon. We're fine. Can you get war score and get reps from France? If they won't accept white peace, they wouldn't surely accept reps ever. I can add reparations, but it's 20 war score. This ticker only goes up to 20. It goes up to 25. Technically, when that fully ticks up, they can actually... I would have enough war score for reps. You might actually be onto something, but it just comes down to the AI if they accept that or not. Right, well, I'll add reps when they are willing to accept white peace. You can't add war goals? No, this is not a status quo war. This is... They intervened on the defensive call to arms, so they just joined the war. I annexed Romania, which automatically changed the French war goal to liberate Romania. Stalemate rule. Oh yeah, the stalemate rule would have kicked in. Definitely. Capitalists are doing a fantastic job in my country. I mean, look at that. I can't quite afford to spend anything on that sort of thing at the moment, but the capitalists are doing it. Muntenia is the Bucharest region. It has coal, so that's good for steel. North Transylvania. There's a really good lumber factory in it, but I don't have any wood RGO in that region. What do dev banks and universities do? So, development bank, a little bit of supply limit, a little bit of factory throughput, and RGO output. Universities are research points and education. Jesus Christ, Timisoara has a level 4. Capitalists have built it up that much because it scales with fucking... Yeah, it scales with social thought, biologism. My AI has built level 4 in some of these places. Fucking hell. Nice. Level 3 coming up to 4 in that region. Wow, you'll love to see that. You can't quite build it up too much in some places because there's actually terrain limits. This could maybe go up another one. All unions and reforms. Let's go for that. University seems kind of weak. I guess you can spam them. They shouldn't be too much because they're increasing research points, which is huge, right? So just the more of them, yeah. Fucking blight, mate. Okay. This doesn't cost money, does it? No. Anyway, we now have to get analytic philosophy. Yeah, the Timisoara University, Timisoara, is producing the world's leading academics on every subject. Banat's biggest export is intellectual capital. Not fucking wool, not grain, not coal, not logs, not fruit. Intellectual capital. Okay, war score has gone up to 11. They still will not accept white peace. And that's exactly the reason I'm hesitant to... Oh shit, they got 6k! They got 6k into me. This is a red alert. This is a red alert. How the fuck did they get 6k to me? They must have gotten it through the Ottomans somehow. They've got access to the Ottomans. But they're not... The AI will not send whole stacks to do that. So that, like, my guess is that is a 6k that they built in Africa or something. And it walked up here. Because they don't send whole stacks in like that. Can I beat this without any org? Okay, well that just happened. 1 battle war score, I cannot complain about that. Yeah, I love that. That could help me get reps, you know. That could help. 1 battle war score from 1 tiny battle is pretty good value. Yes, Thomas. Yeah, this country has close links to Brazil. It was Brazil that first noticed this country and invested in it. You have alerted the Horde. France fucking noticed me now. But hey, at least I can see my pops are still kind of growing despite the fucking influenza thing we got. Alright, hear me out, chat. Hear me out, chat. Look at Bosnia right now. You see the nomad, the fog of war? The bits of Bosnia I can't see. The shadow there. The shadow there looks like a cat sitting. Mobilization up. Tax efficiency up. Ah, yes. We can now finally fully fund education. Or an owl, yeah. Our economy is just taking leaps forward. Great leaps forward, you could say. The phony war in Banatian history books. Against our own people as well, the French. Oh, another +2 tax. We're so back. Against our own fucking people. They rightfully belong to Banat, and this is how they treat us. Look. 16% war score and still no white peace. This is where the AI gets ridiculous as fuck. We're into the territory now of being able to yes man this war to a white peace. I'm not going to yes man it to war reps. Even though I'm justified in doing that, because I have more war score than war reps is worth. Mulatto. What are these pops that this accepts? Huh? Breton. Acadia. Acadian, which is Cajun down here. Wait. Cajun. Acadia. French Canadian. So many nuances. Canadians are French people from this region of Canada and northern New England. And then they became Cajun, because Cajun is like an English pronunciation of Arcadia. Yeah. But they got those people, when Britain took over this place in the 7 Years' War, or before that, they ethnically cleansed it of the French people, actually, to be honest. We moved them out, sent them to the 13 colonies somewhere else. It wasn't too nice. They left for New Orleans, which they probably were just being relocated to French land at the time, if it was still owned by France. Military-industrial complex. Let's hold on that and wait until this culture tech is over before we take that. Cajuns mixed with natives heavily. Yeah, sort of like Métis people. Yeah, French colonization of America, right? There were not that many actual French people that went and settled outside maybe Quebec, but generally they stuck to smaller places and stuck to individual traders, and there was a low amount of people. So they had very good relations with native people, the French in America generally. But the 13 colonies, the English colonies, they ended up ballooning in population massively. I remember I was watching some kind of video about the 7 Years' War at some point. Like, the 13 colonies had about 1 million total people, whereas the French colonies had 40,000 people total at one point, I think, around the 7 Years' War. Maybe that's not the exact number at that exact time, but the difference was massive. But the French had better relations with the Native Americans. We still failed to capture Quebec during the Revolutionary War. Well, it was British then. But anyway, with the sheer amount of people that were in the 13 colonies, 1 million people, doubled to 2 million in some crazily small amount of time, that was bound to eventually cause tensions with the natives. I mean, even if relations are initially friendly between settlers and natives, pilgrims and whatever, the sheer amount of people coming over, just fucking millions eventually, hundreds of thousands. Even if the relations are initially nice, I mean, it's eventually going to come to some kind of blows. It just can't be sustained. There's no... With like 1 million people in the 13 colonies, it was bound to happen. Fun fact, Cajun and Acadian French is much closer to Old French than French from France. Yes, that's also true of Quebecois in certain respects. Maybe their pronunciation. Although I think Quebecois have developed some words and slang that are not quite like Old French. In 1776, the population of the 13 colonies is estimated to have been 2.5 million. Do you have any idea, chat, how mental that is? That is absolutely gigantic. That is massive. That's absolutely huge for the time. When's the choose up? Oh, it's up, isn't it? I've just kind of forgot. Let's go in on Austria. Let's go in acquire state. Fuck. Let's go in on that. Less than a century before that, it was only 500k. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, the white piece is here. The white piece is here. But you know what, France? I've had it up to here with you. I'm adding reparations. Oh. Oh, no, I'm not. No, that glitched the... It glitched the war score, didn't it? It's now... The ticker has disappeared. This happens, you know. Right. I'm reverting to August on that, okay? We're reverting to August. Sorry, I accidentally opened Sony Vegas there. Don't want to start editing now. I need to finish editing Very Apart 28 soon. Okay. Right. Forget the reps. We'll just do white piece now, okay? And justify a tick. Acquire a state on Austria. Austria, any allies? No, they're quite isolated. Russia is going up to cordial with them, but yeah, fine. Will we have lots of Hoi 3 OSTs? Maybe not so much in this episode, actually, to give you some insider info. I put Hoi 3 soundtracks into the last episode because there was a lot of German tank fighting. It really fits that. I don't know who that is, Thomas. Are you trying to get me? I heard about the Quebecois having lots of children during some time, like big natality. Yes, that is possibly after it was conquered by Britain. It had like 40,000 people in the time it was conquered by Britain. Quite low population. But then over the next couple hundred years, that has expanded. Like those 40,000 people, that initial base expanded and grew itself out to the fucking, I don't know, 5, 7, 8 million people in Quebec now. So that, if you look at a family tree of Quebec, right, it's probably huge. Like a, I don't know how to describe it, but just like a big growth into its current population out of a small initial base. Whereas USA, 13 colonies, continued to grow from immigration for hundreds of years. Initially mainly just from England and then spreading out to other places. Although it did have, 13 colonies did of course have its own very large pop growth, but it also had immigration on top of that. Hence it has so many fucking people. What are these Russians doing? Look, they're moving up to the border with Bukovina, mate. They're sphering that. I really hope it doesn't get an event to remove that from my sphere, forcing me into a war with Russia. I really hope that doesn't happen. Absolutely clueless. It's happening. Clueless, of course, is a channel membership emote, which channel members can use. And if you join the channel membership, you can use that. Look at the Russians standing there. It's so ominous. Would you say Macedonia is a dialect of Bulgarian Greek, or is it a unique language? Where's Susie? Where's our linguistics PhD? What do you know about Bulgarian and Macedonian? I've seen memes about Bulgarian being spawned as a language by Tito, like a relatively newly created idea of an identity. That's what I've heard. I mean, I don't know anything, and maybe if a Macedonian nationalist comes in to argue for their case, I'll listen. They're standing there menacingly, moving back and forth. Just joined and he's already shilling. What a dick comment. This stream has been going on. This stream has been going on for about 2.5 hours, right? Out of that 2.5 hours, I've spent 15 seconds at best asking people to support the channel. and you say you happen to come in at the time that I'm doing that, and you're like, oh, he shills so much, he's shilling. I've seen other people say that. You realise how little of the stream that actually takes up. Absolutely less than 15 seconds of the entire stream of 3 hours. And you just happen to come in when I'm doing it. And you probably didn't join exactly at the time I started doing it. You probably joined before that. But then it happened and you're like, oh, yeah. Oh, it's just in jest. Okay, you take that I was just joking defense out. That's fine. That's fine. But I have seen people making, or maybe just one or two people were making that actually saying that, so I just wanted to get it out there anyway. No worries to you personally. None of the Balkans are real. Has America already had the Civil War? Yeah, it did. Yeah, you know, it's boring. It always wins. It's railroaded, you know. Look at this. Something's going to happen here in Bavaria Part 28. That's all I'm saying. And the way that they ordered the provinces here is very interesting as well. It's probably more realistic. In vanilla, New York City province is just there, where that box is, and then I think Long Island is a province. Or is it all one province? I can't remember. But this is accurate, because the city goes along around there, and then Long Island is pretty much quite a distinct region. Italy's going in on them again, softening them up. They're taking Lika, Krain, and Istria. They're actually going into, well, that's just Slovenia. They're going into Slovenia. To be honest, I'm not going to miss that much. It's not really too many accepted pops for me. Dixie campaign. Yeah, I'm thinking, is a Dixie campaign, is a CSA campaign really worth it? Is it fun? Is it really that great? I don't know. So, in other news, we're on 35% support for social reforms on 1.4 militancy. I think that means socialists, anarcho-liberals, conservatives. I think with some militancy we could convince those conservatives to vote for them. I think I'm going to do another voting reform, which I just want to get rid of the reactionaries, because that makes the most sense, because they are the real barrier to reforms. That's a sexy Germany, how come? Yeah, to be fair, Germany in this campaign has formed some nice borders. Kind of, because it's funny, Germany's been my ally throughout all this. Right? We have a good relationship. And it's pretty much down to me being Banat and going in on Austria so much that has allowed Germany to form and go this well and take Bohemia and stuff like that. Germany would never have ever gone to war with Austria if not for me at any point during this. They never went just declare war on their own. They got Bohemia out of a war where Austria decked on me and they joined. What are we going to call the country that includes France and the Balkans? Napoleonic Dalmatia. Napoleonic Croatia. It really did happen. Napoleon grabbed that bit of land for some time. I think, you know, Napoleonic Croatia, right? How did that happen? Well, the way my understanding is, and I don't know too much about that, he was putting his own cousins and brothers on the thrones of Spain, Naples, and all these sorts of things, rearranging borders, abolishing the HRE. And in part of his conquests, he happened to get Croatia, or a bit of land here, and he thought, what the fuck can I do with this? I don't have any brothers to give this to. There's no historic epic kingdom LARP around here to give it to. I'll just keep it. Fuck it. I'll just grab that. Who cares? And that's the story of Napoleonic Croatia. Am I right or am I wrong? He annexed it after he defeated Austria. Yes. Justification's nearly done. Let's pre-mobilize. Let's break our economy one last time for fun. It was meant to deny Austria a coastline. Oh yeah, yeah. Trade through him, not cheat the continental system. Oh, now you're making sense. Now you are indeed making some sense there. Smart, eh? There's another thing I think about in terms of this, right? The German conquest of Serbia in World War II. He created a Croatian country, which we don't want to talk about. Italy took a lot. Italy took Albania, Greece. But Germany was kind of just left with Serbia, right? What went on there? That was just a pure occupation, really, wasn't it? Yeah, people talking about the Dixie run in the chat there, and yeah, it's not great. It doesn't sound like a good run. You win the Civil War, but then you're incentivized by the fact that slavery is shite to abolish slavery anyway, and then you're incentivized by the fact that the Yankees are your closest pops, probably your accepted pops, and the rest of the USA is your main expansion route, that you're just going to try and take land that you would have gotten anyway if you'd just been the USA. It's not really that good in the long run. Winning the Civil War and fighting that is probably fun, but there's really nothing much more to it than you couldn't have gotten just by being the USA, objectively. Other than LARP. You really just get LARP out of it. You know what I mean? So I've never been that interested in playing the CSA, either on stream or even personally. It's more fun if you go for the Caribbean and Africa. Yeah, you're right, because that probably at least makes it something unique. Right, they have one... Okay, right, fucking declare the war. Okay, they're not sphered or anything by Russia. No, right. The first thing we'll take... Definitely Tisantul. That's part of modern Hungarian borders. We're more than Trianoning them. There's a lot of pops here as well. That includes Szeged. Yeah, June, yeah. You know, objectively, from a pure material and pop point of view, there's nothing you can get out of being the CSA that you couldn't have gotten out of just being the USA, which includes the entire CSA. Other than LARPing, right? Let's just auto-assign at this point. Let's deck. It's nice to have a war now where we can finally just not care about having to worry about another AI taking everything. So, Tisantu. 23 war score for that. Let's go. Let's have... This is going to be the easiest and comfiest and just basic war that we've ever had in this playthrough. And I will feed land to Ruthenia in this war. Definitely. But yeah, CSA doesn't have good accepted pops like Banat, yeah. The only accepted pops are Dixie. And I think in some mods or in vanilla you get Yankee accepted as Dixie anyway, right? So what's the point? Is adding extra war goals expensive in this mod? I don't know what relative to what, but it's fine. I've never had too many problems with war score. You done a Bavaria run Spud or Papal States in this mod? No. Or even in vanilla or anything? No. Maybe, I can't remember. My days of playing actual unironic single-player vanilla Victoria 2 runs is over. Even a decade ago. I did all that. Been there, done that. Serbia has a decent stack. Yeah, you love to see it. They are in the Danish sphere. Denmark being a great power with loads of prestige. Still, to this day. Kiel Canal is built. Copenhagen doesn't just print money anymore. What the fuck is going on, eh? I think in reality the CSA would have just spread west towards New Mexico, taking the upper half of Mexico to get a coastline to the Pacific. That's true, because that's what they were trying to do within the USA during the whole slavery debate and compromises years. They were trying to expand slavery along the Mason-Dixon line, including California and shit like that. So yeah, that's what they were actually trying to do. Okay, Bukovina is officially in the Russian sphere. Let's give them free allied cores. Or free people... No, hold on a minute. Isn't one of these... Korolostvino Rutinia. Free people, Korolistvo... Is it here? It's not here, is it? Yeah, there it is. Korolistvo Rutinia Ostgalicin 22 war score. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Perfect. Okay. There's another region here. I suppose the problem here is that this is split into even more fucking regions. Even this Felso Major Rosag is an awkward region. Carpathia here, 70% Ukrainian in that province. But, however, yeah, that province, that state there, with the mountain, is another Ruthenian core. So I can just feed that to them. That's perfect. I don't want to spend a whole fire state on that. That's very good. And more regions, so what else would I take? We're bordering Horvat, so we've got Croatia. Can Serbia get anything out of this? No, they've only got cores down there. Releasing a Croatian puppet to feed, what about that? How far do Croatian cores go? They go all the way here. To Safasamanda, which is my own core. Vojvodina is like half my country. I would lose my core. So if I just do acquire state Horvat, which is the Hungarian name for Croatia, there are some Upper Germans there which are my culture, right? And then I would only be one state away from the coast, which has some Germans in it. Lika would be a coast for me. By the way, Italy added that in its war, and it added Krain as well, but it didn't take them, it only took Istria. The AI in this game will declare war, 100% defeat an enemy, and then not take all the war goals they've added. They will repeatedly do that, and it's interesting. So, I think a good idea would just be to blob more into Hungary. Right, we take Kossuth Magyarország, the main Hungarian region, including Pest. You can also core territories if they have Hungarians in them. Yeah, of course. The Austrians have built a fucking army now, though. Imagine cooking yourself out of land because of my cores. What land am I cooking myself out of? The main land that I want to take in this playthrough is any land that I have accepted pots on. That's the goal here. The Italians, yeah. Okay. They straight up added acquire state though. They added acquire state on crime and things like that. I don't know what they're doing. Alright, so how much though would that cost? Right, so that's 46 so far. How much is the main gigantic Hungarian province of Közép-Magyarország? How much is that? Közép, 27. Cheap. We can even probably get one more out of this war. So it's huge. Are you still planning on making Yugoslav puppet? Yeah. Okay, yeah, now that I think about it, and now that you mentioned that, yeah, I might just keep it to being... where the fuck are they retreating to? Oh my god. What? Yeah, the typical TGC province. I might just limit it to a Serbian puppet. I can feed it Bosnia and the rest of Serbia, but Croatia, I'd probably keep that because it has a lot of Germans in it, and coastline. I thought we were Yugoslavia. No, no. Out of all the pops that I accept, none of them are Slavic. There you go, fun fact. Anyway, we're currently on 74, so it's just like 4 war goals. I'm taking Közép-Magyarország. Shall we feed Bukovina that mountain one? That's the last thing. I feel like just doing that, yeah. 3 people, Silverstall, Bukovina. Where is it? Ruthenia. I keep calling it Bukovina, it's Ruthenia. And what the fuck? Carpathia. 15 war score. Oh, infamy. What's the command? Banat is racist, bro hates Slavs. No hate here. No hate. I am releasing a free and prosperous Serbia here. What the fuck are you talking about? 18540. Cheers. Yes, I'm lowering infamy. Yes. It's all gone. Good. I have some more score left. I'm not sure what I can take with it though. Probably a small region. We should make 18540 an emote. Would be good actually. Maybe we can remove another emote and add that one in. Oh. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god, that's so tiresome. If you see what's happening, you see what's happening. If you don't, you don't. Oh my god. Oh my. So annoying. It's not even an epic war that I'm down to fight. It's just really, really, really annoying that. Germany's in the war as well now. So pointless. So fucking pointless. And they've become the war leader. Oh, Jesus. If I'm getting cucked out of any of my war goals, it's all being edited, okay? Everything will be edited out. As a matter of fact, I'm being extra safe. I'm going to the November autosave just to take a save. That's all. Russia's not in it yet. I'm just turning that autosave into a real save to go back before Russia intervenes. Just in case. And now we go back to the one we were originally at, just to see where this goes. Playing normally. Oh my god. My simple war on Austria couldn't end up being the simple war on Austria, could it? Some bullshit had to happen. What is this mod? I've never seen it before. Description. The awkward blue borders are going to make it quite simply awkward to go over there and deal with this. What can you take now before Russia joins? Well, depending on whether I force Austria to accept peace or not. Oh, by the way, let's bring in Serbia against Russia. Unexpected backstab. Oh, I was going to call in Ruthenia as well, but they're feared by Russia. Oh well. Where's my 3 attack? Karl von Gruner. Oh, what's that mobilized thing? Got to love the Caucasus provinces. Okay, I don't want to go and look at the Caucasus provinces right now. If you're interested in checking out the TGC Caucasus provinces, you can go and check them out, download the mod and explore them in your own time. Right? Right, analytic philosophy is done. We're getting reforms. We're very close to a thingy. Very close to a social reform. Let's keep going. Next technology will be, the economy is still absolutely fucking horrible. Just get an industrial one. And for that, I will take Mill Industrial Complex now. Okay, let's command the based Serbian army with its based 4 attack general, of course. And its based 3 attack. Well, they used to have something else. They used to have a 3-3, I think. But their 4-4 is still kicking around, which is very nice. Also, the Russians are barely putting up much army here. I don't know where they are. Will Banat qualify for the 1878 euros at this rate? I don't know. I think we might be disqualified. The other general is a 2-2. Okay, not great. I should take that Serbian 4 attack and hit the Russians somewhere. They're moving to Baku, so I'll hit them there. Ah yes, colonial migration. Just what I need for all my colonies. Oh shit, I should reinforce with my actual army. They're going to Novalitsia. Where are they going? Is that the battle here? Where is the province they're actually... Are they going to Chernovitsia? They're walking through neutral to attack me. They just walked through neutral and attacked me. They just did that. I'm not even joking. No, they stopped. They're going to attack Germany instead. We won that battle. Follow up. The Russians attack there into a mountain. You just, I don't know. Are people suggesting countries to play to me or someone else? I missed the Twitch football tag. True. Those were good times. Shame you can't do something like that on YouTube, other than the description and the actual tags. Alright, we sack wiped some Russians, but what is it all for? Why are we even fighting Russia? Will I get the peace deal I want? All these questions. Germany adding shit. Germany's added loads of shit. They've added Schlesien and Moravia again, and Tyrol, for God's sake, and they're the war leader. Ugh. Look. What about my war goals? I can separate peace, can I? No, I can separate peace with Russia, the war leader. My shit comes to a value of 89 war score. I don't want the separate peace myself, really. Okay, look. Russia's been wholesale defeated. Germany's already done full-on fucking World War I, and they did it in about a week. I've beaten Russian armies all around. I'm following up on them. Maybe I'm not, actually. They've got another stack there, but we kick them out of here. Let's just piece it out, right? I'm only taking the stuff I've added so far. I won't add anything new. I'm going to try and make it so that Germany gets shit too. Let's give them Moravia and Schlesien as they want, okay? Let's do that. So, in order to do that, I will separate peace myself out of the whole war first, right? With yes men, I think. All of it. This goes to Ruthenia. 2 for me, 2 for Ruthenia, my puppet, which hopefully remains a puppet. You don't need to justify it all. We all play Vic 2, we understand how dumb it can be. I just like saying it anyway. I just want to explain what I'm doing. Can't you add the Romanian coastline from Russia? Yes, however, this will give Russia a core on me. And they will declare on me for it every 5 years for the rest of eternity. What I would accept is a way of taking that which removes the Russian core on it. Would free people do that? Free people... Regatul Bessarabiae. Regatul Bessarabiae. Regatul... Oh my god, the amount of shit. The absolute amount of shit. Free Svetani. Belarus, Latvias. Regatul Bessarabia through 0 war score. Bessarabia. Look how expensive that shit is, mate. Look how expensive it is. Bessarabia is part of the coastline in this. Yes, that is a big region. It's all consolidated into that region. It's not the modern shit. It's not the modern day border gore that exists around that area. I thought Liberate was the one that removed cores. True, let's check how much that costs. Alright. Liberate country. And we scroll down. Regatul Bessarabia, 622. Did I already take a save on the 13th of March? Just to check this shit. I mean, why would I liberate country on it anyway? Do I then annex it afterwards? I think that's what I'd do. I have to go through a lot of steps here. But it is good. It's actually good. There's a lot of pops and a lot of my accepted pops, a lot of Romanians. It would be good to take. Liberate Novgorod. No. How about... No. To be fair, this costs a lot of war scores. There's a lot of provinces. A lot of provinces. 200k pops in Chisinau. Right. Did I take a save? Yeah. So I will try this, right? Liberate. Liberate country. Okay, now. Here's... How are we going to do this? There's no way I can do this without forcing a piece that's over 100 war score. Separately, combined, anything. Unless I don't give Germany anything. How do we do this? Any thoughts from the theory crafters and problem solvers among you in chat? I would like to give Germany Moravia, but I don't think they really earned it or deserved it this time, because this whole thing's a farce with Russia coming in. Give one less state to Ruthenia. No, we're getting everything. Everything. So, right. This is save with Bessarabia added on the same day as that, right? Let's go over to the war leader. My war leader on their war leader, all the things are 191. Germany's war goals removed, just my stuff on Austria and Russia is 112. My stuff on Austria alone is 89. So what I think I'll do is peace with Austria first. Separate peace out Austria from Germany, with Germany staying in the war with Russia. But status quo, negotiate for peace. We cannot separate peace Austria under a status quo war. Oh. Fuck, this is what I mean about it being stupid, janky, weird war shite. Don't like it. Therefore, we have to peace with Russia. Germany shouldn't get anything. My stuff adds up to 112, and I'm taking it. Why is only 100 war score allowed? I thought that was only a multiplayer rule. The AI will never willingly accept anything over 100 war score. It's kind of a hard rule in single player as well. It's also a multiplayer rule for obvious reasons. You can go past it in single player by using force peace yes man. I think yes man's the only way to do it. You can't even force peace with 100 war score AI for over 100. It just doesn't let you. It's a hard limit. Just tag to Germany, take everything, then tag to Russia and accept. Yeah, that probably is. Am I going to end up getting bullshitted out by myself giving back stuff I don't have a core on, though? I don't know. Right, Germany gets nothing out of that. Give that to Russia. Russia accepts the Banatish demand. Then there's a thing. What? Did I get everything? Yeah, so far, yeah. Bessarabia is released, but it's still a Russian core. It's still a Russian core, according to this Russian Republic. Does this remove the core? What does that do? No, the core is still there. What is going on? But look, the whole reason I liberated that was to get rid of the core. The core's still there. You don't have the acquire core CV, so you won't get the event. Okay. Yeah, good. Save edit to remove cores. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to not bother taking that at all. And I think I'll just stick to my piece on Austria as it was. Which save would it be? Right, it would be the one here before I added it. Right? Okay. No bullshit of Bessarabia. They will keep death warring me every 5 years. And even if Germany joins me, you know. Bessarabia doesn't have course, the yellow represents close cultural union. Don't even get a port till Hamburg. Give Germany something then? Yeah. But they don't actually have anything that's not over 100 for war score for the whole thing. I'm playing by the rules. I'm not sending a piece that's over 100 war score. What the fuck? 89. Look, they can't afford any of this, not even Tyrol. What the fuck? Would there be something I could take as Banat for 11 war score, even from Russia though? How about a Russian colony that's a coastline and non-core of them? How about Alaska? How about I take Alaska as Banat? Now, it sounds funny and all, but I never actually really won the war, so no. But just imagine it. I'm not actually going to do that. Let's just fucking piece this shit out for the peace that we agreed on. Just accept that and that's it. We tag back the ban. We take a new save, override the last one, I don't give a fuck anymore. And just reload that for the AI's benefit. And that's it. Under 100 war score anyway. We are now a slightly larger blob and we have a slightly larger blobbed Ruthenian puppet. And I think that everyone's happy in the world. We keep trying to get support for social reforms just decreased massively. Oh well. We just keep playing the game now. We just keep playing the game now. How about that then? How's that? Everyone satisfied? Did a good job? I think so. We got Kosep, Major or Sag. And what else did I take? I forgot. I took Tisantul from that as well, didn't I? I took both of those. Right? Debug play game. This game's actually going fast without ooses. Yeah, I even play slowly. I'm not doing the Alaska thing. I'd only take Alaska or something crazy like that if I actually legitimately take it. You know. By the way, Susie, I don't think you were here at the time. We had a question about languages for you. Is Macedonian a separate language or a dialect of Bulgarian? You have 30 seconds to answer and explain your reasons. Someone make a mod for TGC Book and eventually form the European Union as Banat. No need to do that, you still are just Banat. You technically now own every bordering state to the original Banat state. True. Do you have any plans to clean the Ottoman border or are you going to go for Austrian Italy? Like, that Ottoman border, I've told you, is a problem because they're allied to Germany and they're quite strong in their own right. That's the issue. We're getting money now. The mysterious lands of Guatemala. No, that's fucked me over before. We're massively in debt, but the money is really good now that we're not at war. Right. Okay. I wish I'd get more manual coring events. Haven't seen much of that lately. Tisantul is quite highly populated, very bad intellectuals there. We also got Kosep Majorasag again, not too many intellectuals. Oh, this is that fucking thing, oh my god! Ah! Now we have to fight. Is this not just an actual war with Russia? Because they're actually doing the thing where they coup it. Being in their sphere. A foreign power attempted to use their influence in Ruthenia to take advantage of the unrest and free them from our control. Their efforts have come to naught. Okay, good, yes, and their agents have been arrested and many of the Rusinski malcontents exposed and imprisoned. Rusin people there. Oh, so they failed their coup, right? And I'm just talking about how I deal with it. And I'm going to deal with it by losing prestige to not become a great power. Oh, Susie says, Macedonian situation is a less clear Urdu Hindi situation. Divided opinions, but I lean in the dialect camp personally. Are you a Bulgarian nationalist? That Banat game was so hard. So yeah, the coup d'etat thing there was fine. It failed. And the event was just how I would respond to it. And I responded by cucking because I want to lose prestige so I don't become a great power and lose my German sphere. Okay, so that's all what happened, right? Aye, nothing to see here. All fine, all fine. Is that yet another motherfucking Kaiser Redux reference? Nah, if I'm making Kaiser Redux references, then I'm doing it accidentally because I don't know that mod. I don't really play Hoi 4. Map is looking pretty good. I would really like to expand into the Ottomans, you know, it's natural expansion. It's not too good in terms of my accepted pops, but it's nice expansion. And an easy coastline. And it also feeds Serbia. Serbia deserves it, eh? They've been really loyal. Just the alliance, you know? The Ottomans is allied with Kuwait. I could maybe get away with decking on an Ottoman fearling that isn't a puppet. Is there such a thing? Oh, here's some fucking provinces I've never looked at. I have never looked at these provinces in TGC before. You still find new things around here. What the actual fuck is going on? Why? What? Dubai, Sharjah, Kawahim, Ras Al Khaimah. I think that's Oman there. That's Oman. Al Imarat, Mutashala. These places have populations of like 3k each. Wow. What's that province? What's that province? What's that? Wow. Anyway, what did that distract us from? What else was I doing? We were talking about the Ottomans, right? So they have 3 puppets and 2 spherelings. They don't have any spherelings that aren't also a puppet. So there isn't anyone I can deck on that will call in the Ottomans in order to get to them that way. There just isn't. You look at that and think, what a great place to host the World Football Tournament. And this here. Life rating 3. Is there football on today, by the way? Or is it 8 p.m. kickoff in my time zone? Life rating, don't live there. Don't live there. Don't bother. Life rating is a mechanic in Rick 2. It's a modifier, it's a number in every province, which influences A, how pops grow in that province, and B, if it's uncolonized, how many techs you need to colonize it. Now show the death rating. I like that. I think inorganic chemistry would be the great tech to get next. Or revolution and counter-revolution. Well, since we got military-industrial complex, I want to get some more industrial techs. Oh, for fuck's sake, this again. Do I still make money with these traps in power? No, it's not happening. Reform. I don't know, are we getting towards a social reform? Is it coming soon? Reactionaries declare victory. Oh, I just did that quick enough for the reactionaries to take the election victory event. Which isn't great. That improves their support. Maybe that was a little bit too soon. We did that as an intentional move in the previous stream, if you remember. The economy's looking really good now, though. Is there any explanation for French being accepted the biggest outlier here? Yeah, many people have asked. No one knows. No one knows. No one has any answers. Let's give people another voting reform just to lower that. Yeah, that's pretty good. That has massively increased conservatism, but reactionaries are almost completely wiped out. Conservatives can be reformed with fucking militancy. If you get enough militancy in your country, the conservatives turn into reform. Victoria 2 predicts things happening. So we just changed our thingy, we changed our government. Have we fucked up? Because this might be the type of government where I can no longer change my party. Not that it matters now, because Conservatives winning elections is fine by me. Honestly. Maybe I should build a couple more factories though. Don't have good RGOs. You know, I think in this game I'm going to just continue with an unplanned industry that I don't care too much about. Going with whatever the capitalists build. You know, I'll throw in a couple of factories here and there maybe. We have an answer. We have an answer. A minority coming from French-speaking or linguistically mixed areas in Lorraine maintained French for several generations and developed a specific ethnic identity, later known as Banat French. There were French people who moved here and maintained an identity and became Banat, true Banat patriots. But the thing is, they're not in the mod. Unless they actually are. But when I inherited this Banat and it was released, I got it in 1851. So maybe they do start there in 1836, French people. So I'll have to check that by going into 1836. List of ethnicities in Banat. Swabians, Saxons, French, Romanian, Istro-Vlach, Aromanian, Czech, Bulgarian, Rusin, Ukrainian, Serb, Croatian. So Istro-Vlach could be... No, that's not really Italian. I'll tell you what Aromanians are. Aromanians are a Romance language speaking people dotted about the southern Balkans in Greece as well as up north a bit. Their language is very closely related to Romanian. In fact, very similar to it. Very, very similar to Romanian. And there's still people, there's still Aromanians around to this day. Do they get represented in TGC? I don't think they do. Nah. Well, there's a new project for TGC. They like being detailed with everything. Add the Aromanians. There you go, there's a plan. I know an Aromanian, he's in my class, he's an ass. Wow. If you don't mind saying, you don't have to say this by the way, but where are you from? And where is this Aromanian from? You absolutely do not have to tell us. Banat's independence wasn't exactly attempted. True Banatism has never been attempted. There is near Albania for you. I'm from Stara Zagora but live in Sofia. Okay. Thank you. So that's down here in Bulgaria. Yeah, there's Romanians in Bulgaria, definitely. From Kilkis. You know, around here and all that. And you see that's, you know, just south of Romania. It's this region. If the Romanian spoke to Romanians, they could probably understand each other, I think. I think those two things are close enough to be considered dialects. Is Thessaloniki independent? No, this is, you have Mount Athos independent down here, now in the German sphere. Oh, Kilkis is in Greece, oh right. Yeah. It's not a dialect that evolved alongside modern Romanian, they both descended from common Romanian. Well, most things that are considered dialects of things did develop in the same sort of way. If the definition of the difference between dialect and language is that they develop differently, rather than the main language spawning a dialect developing out of it, then a lot of things would technically be different languages. Or would be dialects that aren't, or are. You know what I mean? It's not the only good definition. Common Romanian anyway, yeah, what is that? You speak Common Romanian? Oh, we are getting integration. We are getting cores. This time, it's on this. Tisantul. It's pretty random how these cores are happening. We've only got a new cores on this bit of Romania here. Manual coring decisions. Now we're getting these three provinces, which are very Hungarian and Upper German. Why is the game in Italian? Did you happen to just see Regno d'Italia and then thought the whole thing was in Italian? Because this is the endonymic localization names submod for TGC. Everything is in its own language. Transylvania was sort of a hodgepodge of random nobles from all over Europe. True, and vampires. It was such a mess that even vampires got in there. Anyway, what are we doing right now? I'm building up, I'm looking for opportunities. Really, it doesn't look like anything will come up until just the next truce with Austria, really. I don't know. And by that time, they might even be in the Russian sphere, so I think another war with Russia is going to be guaranteed for the next war with Austria, because if they're just friendly, they will intervene. But this time I could be ready for it, and this time I'll call in Germany again, and we just win it very easily. And maybe this time I'll just fucking take fucking Bessarabia. Ottomans is very strong though. 94 brigades. Twice mine. If constant war with Russia is inevitable anyway, why not just take it? Yeah, exactly. Free Ukraine. It's a good idea. That would permanently that would get rid of the problem of Russia constantly decking on me. That would just knock them out. And Ukraine itself would... Ukraine itself has cores on parts of Bessarabia though, which would conflict with me. Should release something else. Should release... Fuck knows, actually, I don't know. There's no way to get rid of Russia as a constant threat. They'll always be there, invading me. Ukraine is the best and biggest way to cripple them and release a rival power. But okay, they conflict with me, eh? No defuck, I cannot form anything, and I'm fine with that. This is pure Banatism. Why not release Poland? Good shout, but we could even do Poland, Lithuania if possible. Poland then conflicts with Germany though. Poland's got cores in there. Rzeczpospolita Polska. We could let Germany eat Russia. I don't fucking know. I just don't want to be constantly decked on by Russia for the whole game. I think we just take Austria and not care about Russia. Beat them in a war if I have to, just to get them off my back. But don't take Bessarabia, just leave them alone. Let them be there. When Austria is completely wiped out, I won't have to worry about Russia joining them or anything. Who cares? Solely land swap Ruthenia and Ukraine. I would love for Ruthenia to be the thing that eats Russia and eats Ukraine, but without cores, it's a nightmare to do that. New integration on southern Transylvania. Let's go. The integration is happening a lot. Ruthenia should be able to form Ukraine, but then when it forms it, it gets the core on Bessarabia. How about Belarus? Yeah, but Belarus is just going to be a meme in the middle of Russia that they instantly re-annex easily. There's no answer to this. There's no answer. It's your puppet, so who cares? Ah, if you have a puppet with cores on you, there's awkwardness. They don't join so many of your wars and shit like that. I don't know. They don't want to be your ally. They might break out. So, Ruthenia only has cores on these two provinces now, right? The ones with Ukrainians. The rest are either Slovak or Polish. Slovak. Can I... Maybe I release Slovakia. I might miss out on a couple of regions in southern Slovakia where there's a lot of Hungarians. Oh, I could just take that all, you know, I could just take that all. It's time for some military tech now, though. Release Kazan or some thing. But those sorts of cores just don't exist anymore. They just don't exist. Königreich der Deutschen Wolga. Well, how about that? That's not the kind of German that I accept, though. Those are lower Germans. I accept upper Germans. Tatar Patishlagi. They added Volga Germans, but not Romanians? What is this? What is the ethnicity map of that Caucasus? It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't think that Romanians ever actually campaigned for their own state at any point. Yeah, they don't have anywhere where they live in a big enough concentration to constitute a country. They're just spread out everywhere. Spread out everywhere across the southern Balkans. Is Gagauzia a releasable tag? Tatars and Dobruja. Let's have a look around here. No. This region, this province here. Honestly, I don't even know where the Gaugaz are. Are they in this? Are they in this at all? There are Tatars that live around here. Ukrainian, Russian, Bulgarian, Ashkenazi, Upper German, Romanian. I don't know. They're not there. Stalin either killed them or deported them to various Siberian towns. Somewhere near Dobruja. Is it south? No, I know that Gagauzia is part of modern-day Moldova. It's around here. It's this province. No, it's the south of this province, Chisinau. Modern borders are not represented in the provinces here at all. There's no Transnistrian thingy. This is Tiraspol, which is Transnistria, but it's not actually what it is in real life. They're shown as Tatars, and there's really not many of them. When is my truce up with Austria for the next one anyway? 1880. I can't think of anywhere else to go in the meantime. You know, the Ottomans there. Until I get a coastline. Oh, we are Chrysania. Which one's that again? Ah, it's Affold. We are coring that too. What about the Cumans? The Cumans in Hungary, or the Yas? Crazy. We're just making shit up at this point. The guy that founded the first Macedonian state, Khrushchev Republic, was an Romanian. Fun sneed fact. That is a fun fact. Thank you. So Romanians have done something. Wow. Could that explain Macedonians? Was Macedonia a secret Romanian plot to weaken Bulgaria? Are they the ones who formed that? Oh shit, we're getting social reforms. Let's go. Yeah, let's get healthcare. Let's get pop growth. Kunsag, the Cuman people, existed northwest of Banat and were descended from the ancient Cumans fleeing Genghis Khan. Should have taken school system. Yeah, true. I'll take it next, okay? I'll take it next. Yeah, the literacy is still fucking terrible. Problem, the real problem, the intractable problem of this country is that I can sort literacy as much as I want in what land I have. But I will always gain shit literacy land when I expand. Austria-Hungary did not develop its literacy well anywhere. The Ottomans is going to be even worse. Russia, shit, Balkans. It's not until Italy or Germany or France where I start getting moderately decent literacy. It's all dog shit. And I can't, you know, it'll always get worse whenever I annex new land, as I say. Weird question, but are the Frisians in Holstein? Yes, they are. They are. They actually have their own culture. And they are in Holstein. Absolutely confirmed. Yes. Look, they're on this island here. They're in Flansburg. They're a little bit in Oldenburg. There as well. And of course they're mainly in Frisia in the Netherlands. There's a lot of lower German so-calleds in the Netherlands. That's very weird. Oh my Victorinos, this mod added my favourite obscure European ethnicity. That's what mods are for! That is literally what modding is for. That is exactly what it's for. And you know, EU5 is looking great and all, but one of the concerns is that the autists on the forums are constantly begging Johan to add new cultures and things like Frisian and all this. Now, at this stage of development. And I think it runs the risk of increasing its scope and getting bloated and bogged down in all these things now. Like, I don't want EU5, I don't want Paradox developers to overlook cultures. It's not a nice thing, right? But just have a baseline, a decent spread of cultures that works pretty well and is decent, say like Vanilla Victoria 2, and allow modders to come in and do this, right? Just vaguely pointing at TGC. Let the modders come in and be the autists in terms of provinces and cultures and get it all detailed and correct. The EU5 is really getting bogged down in that right now, because they post a map of the cultures and the pops in an area on the forum, and then it becomes like a 50-page thread with everyone coming in with essays about what cultures and names should be here and there. And they're actually taking the feedback and changing it. Now, it's nice that they're taking in feedback at such, they're being so responsive, but I don't think they're channeling that into the best place at the moment. They're just making very, very small historical and naming nitpicks about cultures and shit. I think it's going a bit too far at this stage. Oh, railroad's nice. Our economy's fucking shite again, mate. Again. Flemish is pretty much a dialect continuum with Dutch, yeah. Don't you remember in Bavaria part 26, where I put a little nod to the Frisians, when the Batavian soldiers gathered in northwest Germany? The Batavian soldiers were stationed around here. They told local people stories of their war in China, and they could understand each other, because the Batavian South Africans speaking Afrikaans or Dutch dialect and that could understand the Frisian dialect and the Northwest German dialects up here. And that's how Germany endeared itself to the Batavian cause in the Bavaria series. This challenge, the Banat challenge, he tried to take German land and it was such a slog. I don't know if we'll ever get to the point where we can beat Germany. If there is one country that we can rule out of ever expanding into, it's probably the actual German Kaiserreich there. And they're the main reason I can do anything by using them. They can help me take down Italy, they can help me take down France and get their pops. And they've helped me take down Austria so far. But actually going into them, I don't know how I can ever do that. Unless it's really, 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 really late in the game. Are you going to take Switzerland? Yeah, but don't they have neutrality? You have to break Swiss neutrality or something to kill them. Otherwise, they are completely within my culture's battle plan, I think. So yeah, they're fair game. Apart from the Rato-Romansh, but they're just a minority. There's Arpitan pops. Arpitan. But there's actually a lot of French even in those Arpitan regions and Upper German, so I think that's fair game. What the fuck is that UK name? Oh, we've seen that already. I dispute that name, I actually disagree with it. Even in, you know, they were trying to be fancy and all for the endonymic localization, but the name of the country is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. That's it. Will EU5 have the micromanagement of pops being actual numbers like Vic? It's like Vic. That's what it is. It actually is. They are pops in provinces with real simulation and realistic numbers. Some people still haven't learned that. Some people still don't know that yet, but that is actually what it is. Now, maybe I should make my own video giving my thoughts and explaining what it is to everyone. But because this EU5 really does appeal to us. This is our game. Genuinely, I'm really interested. EU5 is getting the complicated pop simulation at a province level that Victorians wanted for their sequel, but never got. Militancy and all that shite. I still have, as I already said though, I have my concerns about EU5. I just said something about their autistic tampering with cultures and languages and regions and stuff. That's not a really massive concern though. But I am just generally concerned with the pop simulation and all that. The Victorian pop simulation not going into an EU5 game and just not being that appropriate for the time period. See, the pop simulation is perfect for the Industrial Revolution because this is the era of pop growth and industrialization and change and moving into factories. But how does it work in the medieval period where the first thing that's going to happen in the game is the Black Death and half your pops die? Like, when you have a pop system in the game, the optimal thing to do is to get as high amount of pops as possible because they're the building block of everything. Therefore, that is what an EU5 meta will eventually come down to, just how do you grow those pops as much as possible. And you'll have a much longer period to do it, so it'll just spiral and potentially snowball out of control. Unless they design it well, of course, to avoid that, which they should, and they might be able to. I suppose if I put out my own video giving my thoughts and airing that concern, maybe that will help them to deal with it and be aware of it at this stage. Who knows? I don't really see anyone else talking about that. I think my Victorian background could actually be helpful for steering the EU5 to be good. EU4 players don't quite understand the scale of what they're doing over there in EU5 because it's completely different from that. Do we get to play Ulm in EU5? Well, of course, probably. It's always there, isn't it? Oh, -2 prop growth, nice. If you look at some of the maps that EU5 have posted, you can probably already see Ulm. It's already there. And by the way, the maps in EU5 do look great. The political map mode out in the zoomed out, it looks very good. It looks good. My long message got hidden on stream, GG, thanks to Paradox. I'm sorry, the YouTube automatically blocks a lot of messages. I would be okay with most messages getting through unless it's within reason, but there's just automatic filters. No, it's Paradox. On stream, the Paradox agent sent to me. Oh, right. Ulm World Conquest video spamming coming at release day. Well, that's what all the soy people might do. All the soy people might come out with their Ulm playthroughs, but if EU5 is going to be the way I think it's going to be and actually implemented well, then I'm going to come out with epic multiplayer content for it, as always, and it'll be good, and it'll be like my Victoria 2 videos. Everyone else can do their soy map painting, but I'm going to bring my format to EU5. And that's when the fun really begins. You argued earlier for Finland to be released in an eventual war with Russia because of the position near the Russian capital, but they were all blocked. Oh. Well, it is just a puppet right now. And by the way, this has changed. At the start of the game, it was a Russian dark green puppet with Russian localization. Now it's changed to a... okay, nice alliance. It's changed to Finnish localization. Suomen kuningastunta. Unless that's Swedish. No. Look though, lads, I think we'll move towards calling the stream here though. We'll make our next moves in the next stream, which, oh, when can I say it will be? Potentially earmarking Sunday, maybe. Think Sunday if not Monday. One of those days. That'll be the next one. Part 3 of Banat. So yeah, it's been another good one. Really had some great chats with you in chat. We had a couple of super chats and a few memberships, but you know, I'm begging, you know, maybe we can have some last minutes. I went a whole week or more without streaming, and we didn't get that much when we got back, you know, begging. Spare some change. So, Baltic states in a perfect position, feared by Germany, we're pissing off Russia. Look, the thing is, right, there's a limited amount of years in this game, and I can't spend all those years micromanaging Russia, which is not a target. They don't have my pops, anything that I want pop-wise apart from one region. You know, they're not a target for expansion. I should just ignore them. Keep going into Austria, get into Italy and France. That's the fucking goal. Maybe get a bit of the Ottomans for my coastline and Dobruja and some Serbian LARP. But, you know, that's what I need to do. This stuff with Russia is just not important for this playthrough at all. I need to ignore them. Thank you so much, Emperor Malgus, for the 20 months. And yes, you did gift 5 memberships before the stream in the pre-stream lobby. And I thank you for that as well. So yes. Can't wait for a Sphere of Influence MP campaign after the Bavaria one. The building queue analysis would be great. Well, we've avoided talking about that on this stream, and let's keep it that way, even at the outro. Thank you, Bjorts. Thank you to everyone in chat. It was great talking to you all today. Bavaria Part 28, expect it. It's not going to come out tomorrow. It'll be a Saturday, if not Sunday, upload. Okay? Alright. See you, Susie, with your linguistic knowledge. And everyone, BRM, Blue Mario, appreciate you all being here. Yeah, good stream. I had fun. Is there football on right now? Just no one answered that when I did ask earlier. Is it still football? Is there? No, right? No. There's no football. There's no Euros on today. There isn't even any Euros on tomorrow. What the fuck? Next Euros is on Saturday. Switzerland versus Italy, and then Germany versus Denmark. There you go. I think England are on Sunday. Alright, anyway, yeah. Cheers everyone. Thank you so much for the super chats and the memberships throughout the stream, and for all your great engagement and chatting. Great to spend time with you all. See you later. Bye. Banat playthrough will continue, and we will form this map. We expanded it greatly today. The map is looking nice and big. We're bigger in land than Austria, or around the same size, and we have some nice puppet blobs on our flanks. Sorry, Basket, you'll have to catch the VOD, which will be out tomorrow morning. Alright, cheerio everyone. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.